Yes, hello, happy Tuesday. I can't remember it. Happy St David's Day in Wales. I tried to learn it in Welsh. Happy Pancake Day, happy Mardi Gras, whatever you're celebrating, happy March. My name's George Akid. Welcome to your launch party here on Crafters TV, brought to you by Crafters Companion. For the next 3 hours, we've got something amazing for you. Yes, we have. We're taking a look back at all our amazing launches that we've had over the last few days and giving you a sneak peek of some incredible launches that are coming up in the next few days. Now, remember, it's your chance to get involved with the show, and someone who's going to be holding my hand, helping me through all of this wonderful show is everyone's favourite. It's the wonderful Jan. Hello, my love.
Hi. Yeah, it's good to be back. We're just saying that hour flies by, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's, get everything done, get everything swapped over, have a bite to eat, and there we go. We're back again. 6 o'clock. So yes, it's great to be back. We've got 3 fun hours again packed in for you tonight. Some revisiting some products. We've got some sneaky previews of what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. George has got lots of storage solutions over there for you. So yeah, a bit of everything on this show tonight. So really looking forward to it. I've got some demos with those gorgeous modern edgeables for you. So we've got those coming up. Different ways that you can use them. The edgeable dies. I've tried to do something different with each demo. So yeah, looking forward to it. Shall we have a look at some samples of the edgeables?
Yeah, go on, let's have a quick look.
Shall I jump in?
Absolutely.
I've just pulled one of each out just to give you an idea of the designs if you're wanting to shop ahead of us. So we've got those gorgeous tulips there, so spring tulips, really sort of the time of year for those to be coming in there.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful. Pairing these up with papers and sentiments in your stash and things like that. But the idea of an edgeable is that it will cut on the edge. Now there are lots of edges. It doesn't have to be the outside edge. You know, lots of different ways. That one's been done on a double with the shadow. I really like that one. We've got the butterflies in there as well. No collection would be complete without the butterflies.
No,
that's been paired up with that gorgeous Grace, Bloom and Grace collection there. Just adding those little ribbons in the middle. Really nice effect. This one, I'm going to start out with this one. I just think that is so simplistic, so stylish that you could do that for pretty much any occasion. Really could. So we've got the Bonnie bow. That one's had some colour added to it. You could paper piece it, you know, all sorts of different things. Really pretty. Again, no collections complete without the fairy in there. So we've got that side view. And this, again, being very cleverly done with the white underneath there, and then that beautiful coloured image with the inks. And then last but not least, I can never pronounce this one, the Japanese anemone, I think it is. Yep. So again, using it on both sides there, because that one sort of goes, you know, you could have it either way up, and making it into a nice gatefold there. So 6 beautiful designs. Yeah. I'm going to try and work my way through as many of them as I can. I can't promise all 6, but I will try and work through as many of them as I can to do demos for you, to give you some ideas of how you can use them in your crafting.
Absolutely. I know it's definitely anemone because when Lisa Horton was here, I said ammonia. So, so yeah. Yeah, and that's nothing. I
always used to say I used to get an anemone. Yeah,
it's like a little fish. Find Nemo, he said it. Loads of you getting in touch today, show. Susie's on the socials. Loads of you are saying hello. Lozzie saying hi. Everyone looking forward to all the craft delicious Ooh, love with the whole team. Carletta's saying hello, Sean's saying hello, Fred171, greetings from California. I love Fred171, sounds like a rapper. Mary Pat saying hello everyone from Montana, and Anne Lee, good evening everyone. Hey, it's great to have you. Remember, this is your chance as well. If you've got any questions or anything you want to ask us, you can get involved in the show. Just comment below on Facebook and YouTube and we'll answer your questions the best that we can. If you just want to say hello to you, let us know if you're your first time watching. We'd love to say hello to you tonight. Now, we did on Friday, myself and Craig launched these, which you guys have fallen in love with. It is the craft storage case. Two brilliant designs within this. You've got this lovely option here within the wonderful floral. Alternatively, you've got the option with the cheetah. Now, I know what you're thinking, George, that's just a bag. It is more than a bag. More than a bag. More than a bag to me. This is a brilliant price. $29.99, $34.95. Now, before we even start, on the handles, you've got those reinforced handles, the double stitching. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. The handles have been sewn inside the seams. They're going all the way in. So some bags, the handles do come down here, and the stitching, I always think, does fray after a little bit. However, it's in there, so it's going to give you that reinforcement. And you've also got a wonderful cushion around the handles. Nothing worse, when there's a bit of weight in this bag, it starts digging into your fingers. You're going to get that cushion there for you. Now, before we even open it up, you can see a wonderful pouch on the front with that big zip, perfect to get stored anything you wish. Now, I'm going to show you some examples with crafting, but let me promise you, there's so many options within this bag. You can put your rocker blocks in there straight away. That's how big these bags are, and there's still plenty of room to get some more stuff in there. That's before we've even opened it up. Now, if you flip it round, on the bottom, you'll see here these wonderful zips, and the zips go all the way around. And what I mean by that is that once you've got these zips all the way open, push there, it's going to fall absolutely flat. It means it's not going to put any strain on the zips, it's not going to cause you any pressure, and your zips are going to last longer. Now, when you're looking like this, you'll see, first of all, you've got this wonderful metal hook, perfect for hanging it up like so. Here on the cupboards like that, you've got your crafting supplies or whatever you put in there, toiletries or anything like that, you can hang them straight in there. And as well, if you're thinking that's a lot of pressure on that zip, well, let me show you this. You flip it round, you can see this big purple strip going all the way down the middle. All the tension, all the pressure has been taken off that hook and is being distributed across the bag. So it means that all the weight is being equally shared. And you can also see, perfect to store little bits in there. Call it the holster of crafting. You can have your bone folder, your scissors, your die brush in there as well. Flip it back round and you've got this perfect pouch here just to get you started. Again, perfect, take all your different glue mediums. We're just giving you some examples. What you do with yours is up to you. That zip opens up nice and easy, and as well, remember, if these glues were to leak, very unlikely, but if they do, it's going to be wiped clean, nice and easy for you in there to get it all cleaned out, and the storage is going to the very edge of the bag, meaning you're going to get all your money's worth within that. Then what you've got is two brilliant storage pouches just here for you, identical in size. And as you can see, big enough to take in your 8x8 paper pads, and there's room in there for a few more as well. Loads of room again in there for you, and the storage is going all the way around the edge, so you're not losing anything. Plus, you've got about 2 inches worth of storage in there, so you're going to get a fair bit in there. You get your stamping platforms, you get your sparkle pens, 8x8 pads, whatever you wish. And then my favourite is this wonderful detachable bag at the bottom, which I say looks a bit like a pencil case. Now, for example, let's say you are taking all your crafting supplies to your holiday home and you enjoy doing your sketches while you're out on your walks, but you don't want to take your full crafting supply on your walk. Perfect example. Keep your little essentials there in the bottom, and it's got a detachable section there at the bottom for you. On that zip, comes off like so. It's never easy when it's hung up. Let me just tell you that for free. Put it down there for you. Comes straight off once it's down flat, and there you've got a detachable pencil case for you in that wonderful Crafter's Companion floral. Again, open it up and you've got so much room in here. We've got ink pads galore. Maybe you just want to keep all your different ink pads in there, whatever you wish. And then that is going to be back in there, no problems whatsoever. Now, a lot of people do ask this with this storage case, can you store A4 paper and card inside the zip pouches? Not really, you're going to struggle. However, my little tip to you is you put it in a little poly pocket, you can put it flat just there, and once you fold it up, it's going to stay nice and secure in there. Now, one thing to bear in mind as well, you don't want to overstitch it, overstock it, but again, you've got 2 inches either side, 4 inches worth of brilliant storage to put in there. And at that price, at $29.99, $34.95. Alternatively, you've got your Club Inspire price as well at $23.99, $27.96. 60% of the stock has gone on the floral. Now, guys, as well, remember, you do have the option in cheetah. If Debbie Robinson was a bag, this is what she'd look like. Yes, it is that wonderful cheetah print. I'm not calling her a bag. I said it to her face. She even said it herself. I said it to her face. She's not a bag. This is
Step
Debbie
away
Robinson
from the hole, George.
You know how it is? Debbie Robinson would have a dress made out of this material.
She would.
That's what
she would, I agree.
You know what I mean?
That's a bit sexy, that one. I like that one.
It is a little bit sexy, isn't it? Just like
is.
Debbie Robinson. $29.99, $34.95. Now, I've just shown you options there with crafting, but there's nothing stopping you putting, if you watch back the show, Craig, as we all know, has had some medical things that he's had to sort out, and this has been the perfect bag for him to store all his medical supplies, keep it in his car, hang it on the back of a toilet door if he needs it. And we talked about it, and what we described it as was it was that dignity back in it.
Yes.
He's got his dignity. It's not, he always say he has to carry it sometimes in a carrier bag, or he's got a bit of a rip, but you wouldn't know what was in that bag, whatever you put in there.
Discreet,
absolutely.
Isn't it? Yeah.
You've got to put medical in there. Maybe loads of you guys were giving options about how you've got a couple of these bags, one for your crafting, and one you're going to keep in the car with the kids. Toys, pens, pencils, little first aid kit in the little zip-away bag.
Oh, I'm just thinking, George, sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I've just had that brainwave then. It's like so many of the children like to watch the iPads and things now. Hang it on the back of the seat, or behind the passenger seat or wherever, hook it on, pop the iPad zipped inside one of those compartments, and they're happy.
Absolutely.
They could sit and watch while you're on your journey, couldn't they?
Absolutely. I was saying to my mum about this bag, and she went, "Oh, I saw you doing that. I really liked it." Mother's Day here in the UK, around the corner.
Of course.
I've got it for Mother's Day. It's a great little bag. And I would also said as well, I have a little wash bag that I take because, as we do, we spend a lot of place up and down.
Yeah.
I've got what I call a man-sized washing bag. It's perfect for the man essentials, whether it be toothbrush, shaving, shaver, the essentials.
Yeah.
I know ladies and some gentlemen have a lot more toiletry requirements. This is giving that perfect addition.
It sure is.
It really is. There's so many options you can do with this bag. We say crafting, but loads of you use it for many other reasons. Sharon on Facebook said, "Mine arrived even better than I thought." Again, what a great way to have a look at this bag, and a brilliant price. Like we said on the floral, 60% of the stock has gone. The cheetah still plenty of that one in stock. So if you want a little bit of Debbie Robinson in your life, then why not today? Loads of love coming in for this show already today. Of course, I am so sorry. 1st of March, it is also National Craft Month.
Of course.
Absolutely happy National
Craft
Month.
Is.
Dawn reminded me of that on YouTube. Good afternoon, happy National Craft Month to Crafters Companion TV, Crafters TV, and all my dear crafty friends. Shaida saying good afternoon, George, and Nana Jan. Oh, isn't that lovely? Bethany Thompson on Facebook. Good evening, George and Jan. Really looking forward to edgeable demos. Totally agree with Jan. That bow is stunning, and loads of you getting excited. Loads of you getting excited for HSN as well. Remember that happening today for you guys stateside. And Lisa Glenn on YouTube. Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Got my storage back today. It's absolutely perfect. Love it so much. I may order another. That's what I mean. People are buying loads of these bags. If you want to get yours today. As well, we've got loads of other options for you in your storage. This is a great little collection to get you kicked off on your storage. You like the floral print? Well, look what we've got for you. Yes, yes, yes. For 4 great bags within here for you today, you have got the wonderful, Totally Tiffany, not Totally Tiffany. You've got the wonderful craft storage case that we've been showing you as well today. Now, at that price on screen, you're getting so much within it. You're getting 20% saving. You get the Dulux tote case, the portable tote, and the desktop tote. I will show you those a little bit later on. I've got them here in the studio. There's so much room for your storage, for your pens, for your inks, for, honestly, everything. You'll be able to completely transform your crafting life with these storage cases. £83.96, $91.84, a saving of 20% if you were to buy everything individually today. And you're going to get your Club Inspire discount on top of that. £67.17, $73.47. Also a great deal for you with the cheetah case as well. You've got it here, the craft storage case in that cheetah design with, I love the die and stamp folder. Again, if you look after your dies and stamps, they're going to look after you in this wonderful folder pad and the magnetic sheets as well. You're getting them within there. Basically, you're getting the magnetic sheets absolutely free. £49.98, $59.90. Remember that Club Inspire Platinum price, £39.98, $47.92. There it is. Again, great collection for you. If you want to see what else is coming up on the show, head to the website crafterscompanion.com.co.uk. You'll see me and Jan on the homepage. Click Shop the Show and get yourself ready for some brilliant deals, including these, the wonderful modern edgeable die collection. A perfect, when these launched, you went crazy for them, and they are brilliant today. Loads of great offers for you on these today. You've got them individually, you've got the multi-buys, and you've got a great price on the screen at £44.95, $58.25. Let's take a closer look at the different designs. Jan showed you some brilliant examples of these. Now remember that edgeable design going down the edge, as it says in the name, it's going to cut it out for you and create an instant wow within your card. Perfect for birthdays, wedding invitations, perfect for your scrapbooking. The Japanese anemone, you see, again, what a great card. I always think sometimes you can tell the good dies and the best effectiveness when they're just done in black and white and they've still got that wow factor with them. That's the Japanese anemone. You've also as well got here the romantic rose. I love the little thorn details there at the bottom. That's beautiful. What a great little addition that is. You've also as well the tulips. Wow, spring tulips. Hey, first day of spring. What a great little collection. Use these as stencils as well, couldn't you?
We're going to do that later.
See, me and you, Jan. Me and
Yep,
you, eh?
switched on.
Absolutely, like Jan said, you've got your Cascadian butterflies. What would crafting be without butterflies? Your woodland fairy, perfect for a little girl or a little boy. And also, you've got the bonny bow as well. Look, very Christmassy, that bit of gold glitter card on that.
It's gorgeous. As I say, I
really
can't
is.
think of an occasion really that wouldn't be suitable for.
Absolutely. £44.95, $58.25, a saving of 25% on that today. Now remember, if you look at that going, oh, it's a little bit pricey for me, George, I don't think I want them all. Hey, we've got some great deals for you on that. You can dip your toe into the water, buy them individually. Alternatively, they are available on a multi-buy, 2 for £17 or $24. But if you are looking at them going, well, I like that one and I like that one, you may as well go for the bundle, because at that price that you see there, you're saving yourself a 25% saving, £44.95, $58.25, and your Club Inspired discount, £35.96 if you're platinum, $46.60, and 20% off your first order as well. Jan, like you said, these are a huge collection with so much potential.
They're such a really well thought out collection, I think. It's like we do a lot of edgeables in our range. We've done them previously, and I don't doubt that our Leanne's got more up her sleeve to launch in the future. But the actual designs in this collection, I really took to when I was working with them at home. And I just think, you know, there's something for every occasion. And an edgeable, you know, can work on any edge. So it might be the side of your card. You might do it diagonally across your card. You might do it across the top of a card. We're going to try and cover in as many demos as I get through. I've tried to do something different with them in each demo. So obviously we're not just going to cut them out of the side of card. I'm going to start there. I'm going to start with that original concept. I'm going to start with the bonny bow, and we're also going to introduce a little bit of paper piecing, because I just thought that lent itself to the paper piecing. So you're going to get your die there, and on the packaging it says there that we're looking at about 6.5 inches in height and just under 3 inches from the widest point to the edge.
Yep.
Now, just for the benefit, I know we have new members joining us all the time, George, so for the benefit of someone that hasn't come across an edgeable before, the principle, the concept behind this is that the cutting edge goes from the centre here all the way around the outside of the design, but then stops again at the centre at the top. So there's no cutting edge down this side. And that means that that's going to stay attached to whatever whether it's the edge of your card or whether you're going to put a feature on a scrapbooking page. It might want to be detail that you add to an envelope or anything like that. And it's going to give you that design. So technically, when we turn this over, this part here is going to stay attached, and then we're going to get that beautiful shape. And that's exactly what we're going to do on this first demo. We're going to stay with that concept. I've taken a piece of A4 cardstock. This is our white stamping card, which I often use to make card blanks, and I've cut it at 6 inches by 11.5, and I've scored it at 6 inches, which means it's not quite in the centre, but I wanted a 6-inch square in the back, and we're going to cut this off this edge anyway, so it doesn't matter that it's not quite the same length here. So I'm going to take some tape and tape it down because I don't want it to move, and mine's just a fraction shorter. I wanted to stay with the 6-inch square for this one. Now, it doesn't matter that the die is 6.5 inches. There is a wee bit top and bottom there. I've got a little bit of room to play with that there. So I'm going to use the grid on my craft mat there just to line up and make sure that this is straight. So we've got straight edges on the bottom and the top. I'm going to take it as far over to the right hand side as I can without going off the edge of the cardstock. And then I'm just going to use that grid there to line it up and make sure that we're as straight as we can be.
Yep.
And then once I'm happy, I want to make sure that the bottom end of the tail on the bow is in my card. And once I'm happy with where that's sat, we're going to stick it in place, and I'm going to stick that to the outside edge, which I know is going to be cut away. So if there's any issues with the tape, that's going to be the waste. So bring in our Gemini plates there. Now all these dies individually as a die will go on your Gemini Junior plate, and they will go through your Gemini Midi. But like I've said many times, it depends on the size of the project as to how much space you need. So on this occasion, I've got my large Gemini plates here, and I'm just going to layer those up with the shims. Ordinary thin metal dies there, so we just need that normal sandwich combination, and then pass that through our Gemini.
Lovely. So much love for coming in for the show today. Remember, if you've got any questions, that's all right. She'll just call me Jan. I've been called worse things. I've been called... That's all right. Guys, loads of love coming for the show today. We're here for 3 hours. We're here till 9 o'clock in the UK. Or 3 hours later, wherever you are in the world. I wasn't going to start trying to work that one out. Basically, we're here for about 3 hours, all right? So you get your time now, add a couple of hours on. That's when we're here till. Oh, it's going to be one of them nights, isn't it?
It certainly is. It's a long day, isn't it?
It has been, but you know what? I've loved it. I haven't seen you, I was saying earlier, Jan, I've not seen you in ages. It's lovely to see you.
It's weird, isn't it, how the path, sometimes you see sort of 2 or 3 shows together, and then the next time it could be weeks in between before our paths cross. And we're from very similar neck of the wood, aren't we, George?
Absolutely.
We're not that far away actually on our home.
Nope.
So I've come to take the die off there. I was just going to talk to you about how to remove the die, and it's literally just fallen away.
Perfect.
So if I actually bring some coloured card now to go underneath there, just look at that detail on there. It's absolutely stunning. I think it's a really nice stylish bow to start with. And again, you know, whether that's a birthday, whether it's a wedding, whether it's an anniversary, even a sympathy card, I think you could get away with for that. You know, jazz it up with a little bit of tartan or something like that. It can make it in craft card, it could be a gents card, you know. So again, lots of different ways of working with it. So this is going to be my card base. We're going to jazz it up a little, and then I also want to cut this again out of that piece of pink glitter card. So this is our baby pink glitter card that you can get from the website, and we're going to paper piece with that glitter card. So I'm just going to make sure that I've taken all those white sections out, because if we're going to die cut again, the last thing I need is to have any pieces. You'll not get as crisp a cut if you've got pieces left in there. So that's all waste. I'm going to put the card blank to one side for a second, and then I'm literally just going to pop, and I'm not too worried about where this goes. I want the pieces that are technically the pop outs for this. I want what would be the waste. So again, we're going to pop that one down. Because that's slightly smaller, I'm just going to grab my smaller plates. They do go through that Gemini a wee bit quicker. And we'll pop them on here. And then I want to make sure that all those pieces stay on my mat, because I'm going to use those then to reinsert back inside that original design.
Lovely.
Now I've done a little bit of work ahead of time on this one, and I'll talk through what I've done. And I've actually started the paper piecing, because sometimes it can take a little while, but it's one of those techniques that has a really, really nice effect. So again, I want to keep those. You can see that that's cut beautifully there, but I'm just going to leave that as it is, because I want to leave those in there for now to use the pieces. We can take away that edge piece, I don't need that one, but I want the bits that are inside there. So from here then to where I've got to at home, all I've done is take a piece of plain pink vellum, and I've actually stuck this inside. I've used a bit of the dotted tape pen behind the design, and then I've actually put a strip of red line tape under here, and I've literally created want it cut away from the card so that I've got something to stick against for my paper piecing. Now you could put acetate here if you wanted that whole see-through look. I just wanted that softness of the vellum there, that sort of translucent effect. And then I've just added a few little gems in place, and you can see I've started the paper piecing on the bow. So we're going to continue with that now, and I'm going to bring in my fine tip applicator, and all I'm going to do is add glue into those little wells that the die cuts created.
Yeah.
And then we're literally just going to pop some of those pieces back in, and we're going to create that lovely glittery bow. So we'll just do them a few at a time.
Yeah.
And then what I tend to do is keep this at the side of me, and then literally with my pokey tool, we can take these, if I take the outline piece off, just make sure that you keep all the pieces that come inside there.
I love it. Maverick Disco on YouTube said, could you please ask Jan how she keeps her sideliner pens as mine as leak out?
As the what, sorry,
So
pens?
I must think it's been typed. Could you please ask Jan how she keeps her sideliner pens as mine leak out?
Sideliner pen.
Do you mean your fine line, your art liner pens? Just let us know what you mean.
Just
on that,
confirm
Maverick.
that one. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the sideliner.
I'm not familiar on that as well.
Unless, like you say, that's a typo.
Just let us know what you mean, Maverick Disco.
Yeah, and we will certainly try and answer that for you, just once we've clarified which pens.
But hey, we're here to help the best that we can.
So literally all I'm doing then is taking them from that die and just popping them back. You know, it's as simple as that. And because this one, you know, basically looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces, it's a great one to paper piece. As I say, sometimes it can be a little bit time consuming if you've got a very busy die that's got lots of areas. But this one, I just thought, with it having so few pieces, it was a great one to show you that effect. So again, just the wet glue. Okay, if you were using acetate, you could still do the same. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, with the acetate, and certainly here, I think to a certain extent, with the vellum, you might be able to see the glue in the background. But it does dry clear, so I'm not too worried about that. Just pop that on there, and then we've got that last piece. And you can just see how that comes alive now.
Yeah.
And they just drop straight back in. Because you've done the die cut, you know that that's going to fit back in that gap.
I think the Bonnie bow is one of the most popular ones.
I think it will be, yeah. To say that as much as there are butterflies in that collection and that we all love a nice butterfly and a fairy, I just fell in love with this one. I just thought it's a really nice, as I say, a stylish bow to start with. And I just loved it. I thought it was great as an edgeable. So you can see when I turn it over at the moment, you can see a little bit of these sort of lines where the glue is. But you can see here this one. When it's dry, it dries clear. There's not much going on there. Now, the reason I've popped a little bit of pattern paper here was just to disguise where the red line tape was. And that will make sense when I bring in my matte layer. So again, I've just used some plain pink textured card, which I think I grabbed from the Bell Countryside card pack. And this is an old paper.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still working. This was my New Year's resolution last January, George, to use up the scraps, because we all cut into a piece of 12 by 12 paper and you might only use half of it. So I believe, if I'm right, that this one comes from, I want to say, the Garden of Love, which is a little while ago, one of the signature collections. I may be wrong there, but that would be my guess.
I'm sure you guys in the comments will let us know.
I'm sure. And it's got a few butterflies on there, but I'm not too worried about that. So again, I'm just going to use my tape pen to build up those mats and layers. And I've got one for the inside and I've got one for the front, just to link it together. And then, as I say, I wasn't keen on the fact that I could see the red line tape here where I'd attached the vellum. So I thought, right, we'll just use that little scrap and make it part of the design. So that's our inside. You could put an extra piece on here if you wanted to put a sentiment in there. I'm just going to leave that one blank. And then I've also got another panel that I'm going to pop on the front there. So again, we'll go with the tape pen. We've got that lovely pink again as a plain cardstock. and then a bit more of the scraps. I will get through them one day. If it's it's a mission to get through them. What I do is I tend to put them back with the original paper pad in a plastic wallet, so that if I'm doing another project, I'll go to the plastic wallet first and see if anything's suitable, whether it's big enough for what I want to do or whether there's enough pieces, before I chop into another bit. So these are all these pieces that have accumulated, and you can imagine over the years there are hundreds.
Perfect.
So it was like, right, stop chopping the big pieces up, Jan, and start using the scraps. So that's the main part.
Love that.
Yeah.
Maverick Disco, she's been back in touch. The outline marker pens. Let me restart this. Could you please ask Jan how she keeps her outline and marker pens, as mine leak out?
So the outline ones are the ones where it pushes that lovely metallic line round the edge of it. Is that those are a bullet tip one? The only thing I can think of if they're leaking, because I know those are the ones that you have to sort of prime. When you get those, the nibs are white, and we ask you to depress that nib a few times to get the ink to draw down. Now, I can possibly, I've experienced it, if I've done that too many times and the ink's flowing too fast, it will flow into the cap. If it's still moving, it'll flow into the cap of the pen, so that when you take it out, there's excess ink. They shouldn't leak, and I always store all of my pens horizontally, regardless of what they are, whether they're alcohol markers, aqua markers, whether they're sparkle pens, whether they're metallic pens. I always keep mine laid flat. Now, things like the outline markers and the glitter markers, that kind of thing, that I don't have as many of, I keep in the original packaging. So mine are actually stored flat in a basket in my sparkle drawer. I've got all things sparkle, whether it be ink, sparkle pens, glitter pens, you name it. And I literally just stack the boxes on top of each other so that I can see which colours are which. You know, from the point of view of demoing, we often have to refer back to which sets of things we've used. So, yeah, I just keep them in the packaging and keep them laid flat. I think sometimes if you pop the pens in a pot, particularly if you've got them tipped down, it's encouraging that ink to fall down the pen. So if you have to store them in a pot, and I know not everybody's got the space to store them horizontally, if you have to store them in a pot, I would always store them with the end and the tip facing up, so that if there is any drainage on the ink, it's draining back to the bottom. But then you've got, give them a shake. A lot of those pens have got the little mixer ball in there to shake it up before you use them, and you should be good to go.
Lovely.
Okay?
Hope that helps. Hey, if you've got any further questions, excuse me, any further questions that you want to ask this evening, get involved, comment below. Susie's on the comments, and we'll hopefully be able to answer any questions, any problems, crafting, personal lives, whatever you want. We're here. We'll help you. Johnny and Charlotte give good advice.
They do. So all I've got left then is a few little embellishments, and I've just been in my stamp stash. There's a certain number of stamp sets that I've got sentiments on that, again, I keep out, and they're sort of a go-to set, so it could be any of those. It says, have a wonderful day, and I'm just going to pop that one on some foam pads across the bottom there so that we don't obscure that beautiful bow. And then I've die cut a little tiny butterfly out of a scrap of that pink glitter card, just to tie it in with the glitter, and we're just going to pop that at the top of the sentiment just there. And then I've got a nice little gem which we're just going to pop in the centre of that ribbon there, just to finish. Very similar colour. I had a rummage through the box and just pop that one on the centre. So again, very, very straightforward, sort of using that concept as it was designed to be on the edge of a card. And you can see when we lift that up there, you've got that little bit of translucency from the vellum behind it, and then that lovely bit of paper piecing with the glitter card.
Absolutely.
So nice and straightforward to start off with.
Absolutely, loads of people loving it. Bethan's just come up with a brilliant idea. This would look gorgeous around an acetate box lid.
Oh, absolutely.
That would look brilliant.
It would, yes, I agree totally.
Absolutely.
Oh, I might have to pinch that idea.
Great idea, Bethan. Oh. Let's see, I can throw a craft along.
You never know.
Guys, that brilliant collection of those 6 brilliant dies, $44.95, $58.25. Remember, you can buy them individually. Alternatively, you can get any two for £17.24. It's time for our Explorer kit. Get your backpacks. Yes, it is the... I love these names. The Explorer Kit, yes, every week we bring some great collections and some great bundles. This is a great one. You're saving yourself over 20% on this, on the Explorer Kit. You're getting the alphabet and number sets, perfect for your Gemini Mini. These are going to fit straight through there. You're getting the alphabets, all 26 letters. Because, you know, it's 26 letters in the English alphabet, should I say. But you're going to get in total, let me do some maths quick, 52 dies. Yes, 52 dies. You're going to get the letters and you also get the outlines to those. So you're going to create some wonderful bubble effects. Now, if you are a fan of capital letters, you're going to love the lowercase letters, yes, because they're coming in the deal for you as well. A to Z, A to Z. And also, you're going to get the numbers as well, 0 to 9, because, you know, you can make all the numbers you want out of that. Guys, remember as well, all coming with the outline dies as well. Plus, to get you excited, some cards, yes, this wonderful 12x12 card pot, the texture card stock on Brights, yes, all the great colours, all the greatest colours in here. You get 36 sheets of this 230 GSM. I mean, you know how good this card stock is because it is a brilliant kind of card stock. Greens, all the different, I mean, look at some of this card stock. This is like a staple that people use time and time again. If you need to restock your card stock, why not get yourself this die set as well alongside this Explorer deal for you? Again, £24.79, $35.49 for you as well. All the colours of the rainbow, and you also getting the dies as well, saving up to 20% for you today. A brilliant collection. Also, the Out of This World deal. Grab your space helmets. Yeah, 24 hours. Yeah, little graphics.
I don't know where that went. It's obviously flown off into orbit somewhere, hasn't it? Yeah.
Did we?
We did. Yeah,
Maybe
it used to go across the screen. It's steady.
What's my trousers? Why were they going to rip? I didn't expect my jeans, you cheeky sock. Didn't you, Johnny? I know what I said. I didn't swear. I didn't say anything naughty. Don't call me Joe. Right. This is the Totally Tiffany 6x6 paper taker. Oh, that's another meeting in the office. Guys, I'll get my bags. A great collection for you. If you've never used Totally Tiffany, you're going to love it because everything Totally Tiffany is incredible. It's the paper taker. Yes, designed, again, reinforced stitching on this. But what I love about Totally Tiffany, it's designed by crafters for crafters. If you stack these on your shelf, vertical, you've also got this wonderful little handle to pull it off, and you've also got a little acetate, or not even acetate, but the plastic lip, so you can put labels in there to put your paper pads in. Now again, you've got the hook and loop system here at the front, and then you've got the wonderful tray which comes out and brings your 6x6 papers. Hey, you're going to need some paper pads, aren't you, to get you started on your paper taker? You are indeed starting off here with, of course, the Enchanted Dreams paper pad. Now, I love this because at the back, you've got those wonderful 6x6 card blanks, card fronts there, and you've also got some great card, some brilliant,
gorgeous colour palette on that one, yeah.
Pinks and blues and lavenders, perfect for every occasion. You're getting that wonderful 6x6, and you also get the Autumn Blessings absolutely free. I love these. I love autumn. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for spring, but when it comes to autumn and fall, just a brilliant season. Now, Jan, you've been off for a few weeks. I don't know if you've heard the news.
I've been off for a few weeks. Where's it been? I had a week off.
Did you?
Yeah,
I've not seen you
just
in years.
seems a weird.
I feel like I've not seen you in years.
I was only gone for a week.
Leanne said when they start making paper pads now, they're going to start putting the names on the top of them, because when she did a wake-up call with Craig, some of the viewers said, oh, wouldn't it be a great idea if you started printing the names on the top of the paper pads? So Crafter's Companion are going to start
writing
I
do
names.
that with mine. I haven't got one with me today, but I write along the spine of the paper pads so that when I've got, because I use the big, isn't Lois the big bag? Yeah. My 12x12 paper pads are all in there, so I write along the top of the spine in a permanent ink pan. And of course they're all in alphabetical order because it's Jan and she has to have them in alphabetical order. But yeah, I have one bag with my pattern paper pads in, and then a second one with all the plain, like the textured one you've got there. So I can see at a glance what they are. So to have that printed on, even better. Yep.
Absolutely. That's coming up for you. This is 24 hours to get this incredible deal. £16.98. Wow, that's a steal. £22.94. 25% you get when you paper pads. Absolutely free. £13.58. $18.35. We're going to take a closer look at the wonderful the rose gold Gemini, but I've just got a quick question from Jennifer on YouTube, Jan.
Yeah.
She went, any help for a new crafter with mats and layers? I just don't know where to start, waiting on layering dies to come in. She's waiting for the layer dies to come in, but where do you start with mattering and layering?
Again, it's one of those things. First of all, welcome if you're starting your crafting journey. It is very, very addictive, and if you like paper, like all us guys, you'll end up with a ton of it. But as far as matting and layering, it's one of those things where there are no rules. It's no, if somebody say to you, you're doing it wrong, I would challenge them because there are no rules. Now, personally, I like to work in inches. I'm an old-fashioned sort of imperial measurement girl, and I work in 1/4 of an inch increments normally. So, for example, the card that we've just made, the little mat in the back here, I've gone 1/4 of an inch less than my actual card blank. So the card blank itself was 6 inches square. So then I've gone down to 5 3/4 inches for my plain pink mat. And then I've come down 1/4 of an inch again and gone to 5 1/2 inches. Sorry, we've gone too many there. 5 3/4. Yeah, that's right. And down to 5 1/2 inches for that patterned layer. So I end up with an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Now that's just my own personal preference. You can do larger mats and layers, more borders. You know, sometimes I offset them. If I've got more than one layering, I might do a slightly wider border and then a narrower one. Lots and lots of different ways to do it. I would say invest in a good guillotine or a paper trimmer, whichever you prefer. There are 2 different types of cutters. One is the one that goes up and down, that's the paper trimmer, and then the guillotine's got the arm on it. Personally, I'm a guillotine girl. I love that crunch when you sort of slice the papers. And if you've got a good quality guillotine, a lot of them, like ours, have got that grid on them, which means that you can actually line up your paper not only with the top of the guillotine here, but you can use these vertical lines to make sure that everything's nice and straight as well. Finger guard on there, and then you've got that lovely cut metal to metal edge there. Yep. So I would say invest in a good paper trimmer, whatever your choice may be, and if you're not sure which one to buy, you know, sort of see if you can pop into a store somewhere and ask them if they can demo them for you. Have a look at what we use here. But yeah, I sort of work in that 1/4 of an inch most of the time, unless I'm doing sort of an offset where I want that. The one I did earlier that won the card of the show, I think that had a slightly wider border. George, have you got it over there? You could have showed it at your side, my love. If you look at this one, this is the one that we did in the show earlier, and we did the embossing folders. I've actually got a wider border here, and then I've got a little narrow skinny border in between. So again, that's a different way of doing it. And the only reason is I wanted more of the copper showing to link it in with the gilding wax and the sentiment. So as I say, there is no right and wrong. I would say, you know, if you're not sure about something like that, have a practice with some, you know, old card. I always say when you buy a pack of card, there's always a colour in it that you're not so keen on. Use that one and have a practice. If not, some copy of paper. Just have a practice at getting them all lined up nicely. Look at the increments and see what pleases you, and just take it from there, my lovely. But don't ever be afraid to ask us some questions about it.
Hey, always here to help you guys. Guys, great deal for you on the Rose Gemini Junior machine. Now, exclusive to the UK, guys. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, you guys in the States, you get some great, you had some great different coloured Geminis to celebrate.
That we couldn't get.
What we couldn't get over
Very
here
envious.
in the UK. We're very envious indeed. So to help celebrate, I can't want to say, what was it? What were we celebrating? We were just celebrating. Maybe it was just a Wednesday. We were celebrating, and we launched this for our UK wonderful customers. Was it for a birthday or?
I would imagine it would have been a birthday week. I would think, yeah.
Well, we celebrated it here with this lovely rose gold Gemini. So unfortunately, guys, it's just for us guys here in the UK. We are very lucky indeed. However, what a great price, guys. Now, guys, I'm going to be very honest. Producer Johnny just told me there are only 65 left of these in the world. So, which sounds more dramatic when I say in the world.
The world, not just the warehouse, in the world.
So, if you're wanting to get one, now is your time. You're getting a great saving. They won't come back out in rose gold. £99.99, half price. And you're going to get your Club Inspired discount on this, which I think is ridiculous as well. £79.99. You'll get the plates. You're going to get the embossing folders.
Yep.
You're going to get everything in there to get you started, and some dies as well. So you're going to get the full kit to get you started. If you are like the wonderful Jennifer, who's quite new to crafting, who said, awesome, thank you so much for that advice.
You're
by the
welcome.
Way. What a great way to start you off, Jennifer, if you are here in the UK. If you're in the States.
It's very snazzy, isn't
very
it?
Snazzy.
Very
and you get a white
snazzy.
one instead. But I tell you what you've got to do with it. You know what I keep doing? I keep using fingerprints, so I keep polishing it up because I don't want it to look. It looks beautiful. It's not a snotty tissue, Charlotte. It was a clean tissue that I ran over there.
It was. I can verify. You did come over here and took some kitchen paper. Yeah, I can verify that.
This is the rose gold. Jan, why do we need a Gemini in our lives?
I just think if you've seen us demonstrating the Geminis, you can see the pressure in there is phenomenal. I've used a lot of manual machines before I arrived at Crafter's Companion from various companies, and the old cranking method, you know, you had to put the dies around the edge of the plates because it didn't cut all the way through to the middle, you know, positioning and maybe roll it through, roll it back again. It was not hard work, but it was tedious because things didn't happen quickly. This one, the large Gemini, 18 seconds, the junior, 9 seconds for those plates to pass through the machine, and you've got the perfect die cut. The addition of that metal shim for intricate dies there, I haven't found a die yet that doesn't cut on the Gemini. So all those plates come in the box, including an instruction manual to show you what you need to die cut, what you need to emboss a 2D folder, what you need to emboss a 3D folder. All those different sizes of things are in there. And don't be put off by the instruction book because it's only the first couple of pages that are in English, and then we go on to different languages. So when you take it out, you think, oh my goodness, have I got to read all that? But no, there's only about 4 pages, I think, that are in English, yeah, and then it goes on to those other languages. So don't be scared when you see the instruction manual. But yeah, wouldn't be without mine now. I have the large Gemini in my craft room.
How many Geminis have you got?
I have got most of them apart from the Pro. And purely because I haven't actually got enough room in my craft room for that to sit somewhere. It is a beast, yeah. But my preference is the large Gemini, and I use a combination, just like I do here, of the large Gemini plates and the junior Gemini plates, which fit through here sideways, all right? So that was my combination at home. I do have the Gemini Junior, and that's partnered up with my foil press, and then I use the little MIDI and the Mini on my desk if I'm just cutting out smaller things. But that rose gold one I just think would make a very, very snazzy addition to anyone's craft room, wouldn't it? It's a bit special.
Just look at it.
Just have it there, just keep polishing it, yeah.
Guys, Johnny said there's 65 left in the world of the rose gold. I'll bring it back into shot, George, like a fool. 64? 63 left.
They're going.
Two have gone. We'll keep you updated on the rose gold.
We've got over 2 hours left, yeah.
63 now remain in the world. This is number 60.
That's a wicked price as well, isn't it?
Especially if you're a brand new crafter.
Of course, because you'll get that 20% discount on your first order, wouldn't you?
Wait, I forget how heavy these things are. So they're not heavy, but you know when you just pick it and go, oh my god, it's got a bit of weight to it, hasn't it? And
it has.
Well, it's got the brilliant, these are incredible.
Yeah, doesn't wobble, doesn't move about.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't go anywhere. There's a lot of weight behind that as well, let me tell you. The counter's gone. £99.99, again, just for the UK. Guys, we are looking at these brand new modern edgeable dies 6-piece collection. Brilliant collection that so many of you love. Again, you guys are just loving them, and I think your minds are going crazy with ideas. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because there's so much you can do with these wonderful edgeable dies. I love seeing an edgeable be when you do an easel card and the edgeable being used as the stopper.
Yes.
Great. I love seeing a few cards like that. Love that. Let me remind you of the 6 brilliant designs you've got within this collection. Starting off here with the Japanese anemone. I have to really think about it. I have to think about it every single time when I say those words. The Japanese anemone. Again, you can see this edgeable here that you've got. You've also as well got the romantic rose. The thorns, that's my favourite bit of that, the thorns.
Yeah, just all that detail. Yeah. It's beautiful.
But then the spring tulips, and again, we go into detail. When you look at the spring tulips, there's not much with it, is there?
Again, it would be a nice one to paper piece, that one, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's simple, but you know exactly what it is.
Elegant, aren't they? Yeah.
She's good, isn't she?
Elegant.
Elegance, just like me and Jan. The cascading butterflies, again, another one good to paper piece.
Beautiful. Yep.
Woodland Fairy, that wonderful card you showed earlier with that inking.
That gorgeous with the Harmony inks behind
Love
it, yeah.
That. And the Bonnie Bow, which I think is a fan favourite, and you can see why. I mean, when you just use, it's just beautiful. Just so
I mean, even
elegant.
just to trim it out as an embellishment as well, you know, don't forget you could fussy cut round the side that's attached to the card and make it actually an embellishment, you know. So, yeah, there's lots of different ways. It doesn't have to be an edgeable.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So much love from guys. Remember, that full collection, £44.95, $58.25. You're saving yourself 25 pence. You've got the multi-buy option on that. If you're looking and going, a lot of you going, I like the Bonnie Bow, and I can see why. Remember, you've got a multi-buy on that. So if you're going for one, because by themselves, they are, you know, £9.99, $12.95 for two. It's only £17, $24. Yep. So a huge saving, guys, on those for you. You're also getting your Come Inspired discount on that, £35.96. $46.60. Loads of love coming in for the show. Loads of people agreeing with you, Jan. Jocelyn says, I love that crunch on the guillotine.
Oh, gosh, yeah. It's very satisfying.
It is.
Yeah.
Just like that. That wasn't the guillotine, that was Jan. She does all her own sound effects. Right, Jan, what are you going to create for us next?
Right, we're going to go, funnily enough, for that Japanese anemone. Yes?
Well said.
I just love the shape of that flower. I think it's a really, really pretty design there. So again, just under 6.5 inches. Yeah, and just under 3 inches wide from sort of one edge to the outside edge of the die cut. So again, we're going to go through the similar sequence. We're going to use it on a different edge this time. So I've got my my craft card. You know that I all love my craft card this time. And we have gone for a 7-inch square card, but I have cut the outside edge off the card, because what we're going to do is turn it this way and have the top fold, and then I'm going to bridge the bottom of the card with a piece of acetate. So we've got an acetate front on the card, and then we're going to cut our detail, our lovely edgeable detail, so that it overlaps onto that acetate. So that's where we're heading with it. So the first thing I need to do is pop this on. And again, always make sure that that straight side is away from your cutting point, because you want it to cut the shape out of the other side. So we're going to pop it on here again. I've actually saved my tape this time. Yeah. And again, slightly larger than the die this time, but I'm not worried about that, because we can just snip in with the little snips to where the die finishes. So again, I'm just going to use the grid on that mat just to make sure that I've got it as straight as I can do. And I'm just looking for about an equal distance, top and bottom there. Make sure that the die is not overlapping the edge of the card. And then we're just going to tape it down again to the outside edge, because I know that bit's the piece that's actually going to cut away. So again, bring in those plates, and because of the size of my project, I'm going to pop that on my large plate again. They don't, in my experience, I've been working with these last week, I haven't had to use the metal shim for any of them, even on the craft card, which is quite a fibrous card. So even though there are several areas that are going to cut, they're not all fine sort of cutting points. So yeah, I've not had to pop my metal shim in for any of the designs.
Yeah, loads of people saying, if you've got the rose gold, Gemini, you have to have it on a spotlight.
Ooh.
Yeah, we might be able to. I'll have a chat with Charlotte in the break, see if we can turn the lights off and I'll get some lights.
Oh.
Like, all right, no worries. Catherine Barker said, yeah, that's what she said. And then Jane Wilson went, Catherine Barker, you can either have that, if you haven't got the rose gold, you can have a spinning glitter ball in your craft room.
Oh my goodness, can you just imagine that, with it sort of reflecting the light?
I'll get your glitter card, I'll get your mirror card around your room. And so laser beams, lasers.
Oh dear.
Anyway, crafting.
So what we're going to do then is take the couple of pieces of tape away now, because that's done its job. And then I prefer, this is what I was going to show you with the white one, but it literally just fell away. I prefer to take my card away from the die, as opposed to turning it over and taking the metalwork off the card, purely because there's all these little tiny, I mean, just look at this, how it's die cut under here. So if your die happens to snag some of those while you're lifting it off, it's just going to tear them out. Whereas if you pull your cardstock away from the die, I just think you have a little bit more control over it. And you can see there, if we put something underneath again, just so that you can see the pattern, every single piece of that has cut out beautifully. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. And then all I'm going to do with my snips is just come from the bottom edge of the card and snip to where the design starts here. Yeah. and then turn it round and do the same to get rid of that outside edge. And then again, you can see that beautiful, beautiful design.
That there with that vellum just gave me a light bulb moment. Imagine it like a lantern with a little battery-operated tea light behind
inside,
it.
that would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? That would make a good craft along, wouldn't it? I'm making a mental note of all these, George. Saves me having to think.
That's it, I'm here for you. All the ideas.
Right, so I'm going to jump ahead again, and I've left a little bit of it to do. So I'll talk you through my sort of thinking process. So I'm just going to reinforce that now it's been through the Gemini to make sure that that stays where it wants to go.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop the acetate in to create the front part of the card so that we've got our 7-inch square again. But I wanted something behind here because I want to add some colour. So choices are, you could put a piece of coloured paper behind it and fussy cut around this outside edge. You could put some glitter card again behind it. I actually wanted to add some colour in myself. So what I did was actually pop some white card behind it. And I've started colouring onto the cardstock. Wow. What I did with my card was just, you know, the ink technique where we pop it on the mat, blot it up with the card.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of colour on the card to start with. And I just love the combination of the craft card with the turquoise. And then what I've done is I've added some of my colour blend pencils over the top just to enhance that colour. So I'll show you what I mean. I've brought those with me. And these are the shade and tone set. This was the other new set.
Love this.
Again, one that I use a fair bit. So I'm going to take a couple of shades out here. I've got Verdigris, which is that beautiful sort of turquoise colour, and then I've got Night Sky. And all I've done with this is literally add some of the pencil over the top of the card that's already there. So I've gone with the lighter one, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of the darker one in at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do, and I haven't checked, I should have checked, because I could do with a little bit of the blending solution. I will.
Do you want to go and ask the RJ?
There might be some on there, George.
I'll go and ask our Jake, or let me just leave you in the wonderful news that Jocelyn has got her rose gold Gemini.
Oh, excellent. Well done.
62 of these guys left.
We should have a number on the screen, shouldn't we?
62 remain.
Yeah.
Right, let me go get you some blending solution, Jan.
Let me just double check that there isn't any over here. There's usually
a little.
I've got some drawing gum. I can't actually see any at a first glance, but I could do with a little bottle if our Jake's out there.
Well, while I'm going to look for it, can you answer this question for me?
Yes.
Tim on YouTube, slightly off topic, but that's all right. But I have the top scoreboard. I'm trying to do an A4 gatefold card, but it always leaves a light gap in the centre. What am I doing wrong, please?
Right, you're not doing anything wrong, my love. There is no right and wrong, but what happens if you're working with our A4 cardstock from the UK here, it happens to be 11 3/4 and that's eyelash, you know, so you have to sort of chop off the end of it. So if I grab a piece of my craft card here, let me just grab well, any of the cardstocks are all the same. And you've actually got just over 11 3/4 here by 8 1/4, our card in the UK. So what I tend to do, if I'm going to use it as a gatefold, is just trim off this edge down to 11 1/2 inches. All right, and then if you score at 2 7/8, and then flip it round and score at 2 7/8 at this side, it will leave you 5 3/4 in the middle, and your two lots of 2 7/8 should fold nicely to the centre to make sure that it meets in the middle. All right, so I hope that helps there for you. It's about the fact that it's not a standard size, and it bugs me to death. I know over in the States, I think yours is 11 by 8 1/2, which is a lot easier to manage. But if I put this on here, you can see that we come to the 11 3/4 mark, and it's just that little tiny bit over the top of it. It is very frustrating. So just trim it so that it's a size that you can divide into those sections, and you should be okay there with it.
For blending solution, his little feet are running
there
around.
There might be some in the other studio.
That's
actually.
Where he is looking now. I can see
because there is normally some here.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I don't think I put mine in. But I just want to blend these out a wee bit so that there's not as much pencil line. So again, I've got that lighter colour in there. And I'm going to add a little bit of the darker colour just in the base.
Here he is.
He's a star.
Go on, I'll let you go give it to Jan. Go on. She'll give you a big kiss for it.
Thanks, my lovely. Cheers.
Sweat and everything, isn't it?
See, you ask and you get. They've never come back and said, no, not got any. No, they always manage to find it. I suspect it was in the studio next door.
Like Sarah's.
Because our Sarah's set up for HSN later on. So
put it back after.
So again, all I'm doing is, I'm not being careful with this. Yes. I'm literally just scribbling some colour, and you don't have to be too careful. And then the secret ingredient in the mix is, and I think we've got these on the website, is we need, I'm just going to have a little rummage, the paper stumps. And I think we sell these in a little set. And all it is literally rolled recycled paper. That's all it is, to make like a makeshift pencil type thing. So it's all made of paper. And then the blending solution, again, I'm just going to pop the tip, of that bit into there and just grab a little bit. And what it does is it emulsifies the wax in the crayons and allows you to just blend it out. So I can blend those two colours together and then out into the edges there as well. So again, just pushing it onto the wax. It gets rid of those scribbly pencil lines if you've been very quick like I did, and then just blending it out there. Now this one's a bit darker than the ones I've done at home, so I must have been a bit heavy-handed with this one.
Catherine on YouTube's just gone, I relish using my craft card.
Oh, I
As
love
a kid, our art teacher wouldn't let us use it. She was mean and scary, and I smile every time I use it in defiance to her.
I love craft card. It's I don't know why, it's just one of those things that, and I always have it. I get a bit jittery when I get down to the last few sort of sheets in a pack. I have to make sure I've got a replacement at the ready. So yeah, it's, and I got, again, I love it with turquoise, and it looks stunning, I think, with white embossed detail on it as well. Embossing powder. It comes up beautiful. So yeah, just to add that detail there, I've just got that last one. As I say, this one's a little bit darker, but obviously we need time for that little bit of liquid to evaporate as well. But you can just see how just adding that little bit of colour enhances those. So next job is to put the lid on before we knock the bottle of solution over everywhere.
If you don't have blending solution, are there any other alternatives you could use?
I'm not sure what's actually in it. I'm suspecting, it does say that it's solvent. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to guess and be wrong as to what's in it. If I had to guess, I'd be going down something like the white spirit root, something like that, yeah? But I don't know that for sure, so don't quote me on that. But all it does is it just emulsifies. Because we've got such a high wax content in the core of our pencils, it just emulsifies that and smooths it out. I don't always use it. It depends what kind of effect I'm after with it. So just to do that. And then what I've done is I've done an extra one just by die cutting this again. And then all I've done is I've taken my little snips and I've cut, just leaving a little border all the way round, and created like a separate one that I'm going to use lower down as an embellishment. Done the same with it again, and I've popped those gems in the centres. So let's just pop those in there. And then I'm going to start and put this together.
Love it.
So this was my white stamping card. You can see I've cut it, I've fussy cut with my snips around using the die as a guideline. And then literally I've just popped a little tiny bit of brown ink to sort of get rid of that white edge along there. So we're going to pop the piece of acetate in now. So I've got a line of red line tape across the top of there. And this is going to create the rest of the front. So what I'm going to do is line it up with the bottom of the card, and I've cut this to the 7 inches in width, and then I'm going to fold this one onto the top of it there. Okay.
Love it.
So we've now created, now it'll be a little bit wobbly until it gets some stability there. It's not doing too bad, but it needs a little bit of weight behind it. So in the background, I've taken a piece of turquoise textured card from our 8x8 textured card pads, and these are some really old textured embossing folders that we did many moons ago, and I still go to them for lots of things. This one's just got the leaf veining on, and I just thought it was just nice to add that extra element, and this is going to go in the back as a matte layer so that when we close it we've got a little bit of colour to match the turquoise up here. So let's pop that on again. When anything's been embossed, I tend to go with my Collal All Purpose. It's brilliant for sticking card to card, paper to card, but when you've got that embossed detail with the debossing on the reverse, the wet glue will just sink into all those little areas that are debossed, and it means that they will all stick nicely so that you've not got any areas that haven't made contact with your piece of cardstock there. So again, it doesn't really matter which way around that goes. And again, that's just been cut 1/4 of an inch smaller again, so we're looking at 6 3/4 inches square.
Love
and I'll
that.
just give that a second to adhere there, George.
Dash is saying, how pretty is this blue craft card looking right now?
I love the combination,
Really good.
just love it.
Guys, we've got loads to do in this show. I can't believe where the hours go. I just looked at the clock. We've got to do Demo of the Month. Jan, you are in
Was
the
that not done yesterday?
Well, someone forgot. I'm not mentioning any names, but someone forgot. Johnny and Charlotte are in the building, everybody. And Jake, it's only 28 days in February, guys. What are you playing it? And tomorrow is a very special day tomorrow for someone in our team.
Is it?
Yep.
Not me.
Charlotte's birthday tomorrow.
It's Charlotte's birthday.
Yeah,
Many happies for tomorrow.
Hello,
She kept
happy
that quiet.
Birthday. Will you do anything nice, Charlotte, for your birthday? You're going to paint a pot.
Oh, right.
Very nice. Cinema. Yeah. Going for dinner. Very nice. Painting a pot. Very nice. Very crafty. Charlotte is a brilliant artist, by the way.
She is.
Yes, you want to plug your Instagram? I will. Is it Astrid Drawings? Astrid Artwork on Instagram. If you want to have a look at Charlotte's brilliant drawings.
Might have to have a little chat with her about my my little grandson. Do you do portrait stuff, Charlotte?
She
Brilliant.
does anything. She does anything. She does people.
Yeah, I know. I've seen animals and things.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether she did the portrait stuff. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I wish her a happy birthday for tomorrow. She's going to be 28, same age as me, of
21
course,
again.
I shouldn't have that. Yeah. Anyway, crafty.
Right, so all I've done then is I've got a length of pale turquoise ribbon out of my ribbon drawer, and I've just gone all the way round the inside of the card there, and I'm literally just going to tie this to add a little bit of detail at the top. There wasn't a lot of room left to add another matte layer, so I thought, right, what can we pop across the top there that's just going to add a bit of interest and balance it? So out came the ribbon, and I'm not even going to try and tie a bow. I'm just going to go with a nice decorative knot. Okay, and that's going to just sit across the top there, and then once we've got it into position we can trim off those edges. So we're going to do one at that side and one, oops, at that side.
Love it.
Okay, and then because I've done the bow to this side, I'm then going to offset it now down here with the rest of the detail.
Yeah.
So again, in that stamps collection, Flowers Bloom All For You, I thought that went lovely with the anemones. So again, I'm just going to pop a little bit, because we're going on to the acetate there, I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape on the back of there, just to get that stuck down. And then we've got that single flower that we've created as an extra little embellishment.
Some
and
people
again,
have already wished Charlotte a very happy birthday. Aww.
Fabulous. There we go.
Weird.
So again, this one's going to go.
These two will be very mischievous this evening, aren't they?
Aren't they always?
It's birthday eve. You've got cake. Where's the cake?
So again, I'm just going to shape this individual one a little bit. And then I'm just going to cut a slightly bigger piece of tape there, just to stick that one on as well, with it being acetate. I'm just going to cut a little square. Could put it on a foam pad if you wish, but I'm just going to pop a little bit in the centre there. Give it a good rub. And then this one's just going to act as an embellishment there. So I don't think there is a right or wrong way with them, but just on that edge, and that's going to offset. We've got that bow up there and then the decoration in that side. So again, if you wanted to add a sentiment in here, again, you can always mat and layer the reverse of the card, or you might want to just hide something under that top section. But if I stand you that one up there, you can see with that extra weight now, it does stand up on its own. So
Love
yeah,
that.
just another way to use those gorgeous edgeables. So the first one we did vertical, second one we've done horizontal.
Perfect.
Okay.
Susan said a beautiful card, absolutely is. I remember all made possible by those edgeable dies. Charlotte, question for you from Catherine. Did Charlotte find the trees in the gap I think she was going to visit? Was it beautiful? Yeah, Adrian's all been everywhere. If you've got any more questions for Charlotte, get them in, or you can send her DMs on her Instagram, Astrid Artwork, and wish her a very happy birthday. Guys, you can also, on these wonderful edgeables, get your Club Inspire discount as well. If you are brand new to us here at Crafters TV and going, what is Club Inspire? If only there was a lovely lady called Sarah Davies who could tell you more about Club Inspire. Well, here she is.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on catch-up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to your wonderful lunch party. Why I said craft long, I do not know, because we're going to craft. That was before. If you want to watch it back, you can. YouTube, save that show, have a look back. Wonderful Jan was making that wonderful card with those incredible embossing folders. Loads of great stuff coming up for you in this show. I can't believe that first hour has gone. Another hour and 45 minutes left of the show on our launch party. Our way of looking back at everything, those brand new launches, and some incredible sneaky peeks of what's coming up in the next few days here on Crafters TV. A brilliant launch that we had on Friday, myself and Craig, was the brand new craft storage case, made in this wonderful floral print, which you guys adore. You see this, you know exactly what it is. You know it's Crafter's Companion, you know what you're getting, and it's even got the Crafter's Companion label. So if you are taking this to your craft classes, along with all the other Crafting Companion storage, you are going to be the envy of your friends. Your friends are going to know exactly where you've got your storage from and where you've got it, and they're going to be asking you where you've got it. This is our wonderful craft storage case. Something a little bit unique about this, the USP, as you would say, the unique selling point. I know, I'd studied at school. Oh, yeah, check him out. This is the wonderful floral print. Now, again, you look at it, you're thinking, it's just a normal craft bag. And I'm going to tell you some ideas for this with crafting. However, I know you're all going to have different ideas on this, on what you can put in there. Think toiletries, think kids, think medicals. You'll see what I mean shortly. If you haven't seen it before, you're in for a treat. It's already got the really good handles. Now, you're going to be packing some stuff in here. You need strong handles. Now, I know you're getting old in life when you start looking at things and going, that's a good set of handles. I do that with suitcases. I do it with carrier bags. I do it with this. This is when you know you're getting old. Charlotte, you're 28 tomorrow. This is it, the turning point. You're going to look at this and go, these are good handles. They are stitched into the seams as well. Will I buy you, Charlotte? I'm not made of money. I'm joking. You can buy you a cake. These handles are stitched into the seams. They're not going to go anywhere. It's like reinforced stitching. We talked about it before. Sometimes you get bags and the straps are stitched on the outside. I know from experience that stitching gets loose, and that is the one thing you don't want to be scrimping on, is luggage and cases. You've also got this cushion here within the handle, so it's not going to be digging into your fingers. If you've got a lot of weight in here, which it will support without any effort, you don't want that digging into your fingers. It's going to give you that cushion grip. You've also, on the outside, got this brilliant storage pocket, the Crafter's Companion label, proudly sewn in there for you, so you'll be the envy of all your friends. You've also got this great pocket on the outside. Now, ours is packed with wonderful crafting items. But if you look back at our shows, Craig will show you what he's got in there. Debbie's used her for her makeup. You've got your rocker blocks. That's just taking 2 rocker blocks in there, and there's room for plenty more in there. Now, when you begin to open it, you'll notice on the bottom, the zips go all the way round, and that's really important for 2 things. It means that once you open it all the way round, your case is going to sit flat, lay down. It's not going to be bumping up, and as well, you can see that there's no pressure on your zips. If I was to just pull that zip down a little bit, you can see that pressure it's going to cause on your zip, eventually damaging it. So if you push it up there, you're going to get a bit more longer out of your bag. Now, it's a humongous craft storage kit, and you'll notice first of all the hook at the top, very simple, to your travelling cases, which means you can hook it over door handles on the back of your doors. If you use it for medical supplies, maybe a nappy changing bag, a diaper changing bag, hang it on the back of your doors, and it's not going anywhere. Also, the hook has got a wonderful rubber end on it, which means it's got that wonderful protection. It's not going to scratch your paintwork on your doors, and it's got a bit of extra grip there, so it's not going to slide down. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's quite a small hook for a lot of weight. However, it's got that reinforcement all the way down, which means the weight is distributed evenly across the bag on the hooks with that double stitching as well. And you can also see on the back there, on that floral panel, you've got that what I call the holster of storage. 3 brilliant areas to store whatever you wish. Maybe if you are using it for your toiletries, hairbrushes, maybe a small pair of travel straighteners can fit behind there. Here you've got your dye brush, your scissors and your bone folder as well. Flip it around the other side when it's hanging up. You've also got everything here. We've put all our glues and adhesives in here. That great big zip, a chunky zip. That's what you need on storage. Good zips. Again, like good handles. It's not, you know when you're getting old when you see a good zip. Your storage is going all the way to the very edge. You're getting so much storage out of this. You're not losing any space. Plus as well, wipe clean. So if anything was to leak, whether your glues, whether your makeups, whether one of your baby foods, you're gonna wipe it out straight away, and it's all clear, not just a little peeky little window so you can get a little slither of what's in there. You get a full display so you know exactly what is in there. If we bring it down to these 2 big pouches here, you've got these 2 humongous pouches which I've got so much room again with that lovely chunky zip, again with that edge-to-edge storage and that clear see-through area so you know exactly what's in there, along with that wipe clean area. And I mean, look at some of the items we've got in these and there's still room for more. An 8x8 paper pad, your stamping platforms, pens, stamps, so much more. There's only 2 paper pads in there. I'd say you get about 3 or 4 in this alone. You've got a good thickness on your storage case for you. Bring it down to the bottom here, you'll see it just flipping away. There it is in the bottom. You've got what I say it's like a pencil case in design, and it is detachable. It's got a zip going across the top, again a chunky zip, and when you start to bring that down, I mean, it comes straight off without any fuss at all, which means it's detachable. Now you can keep it attached there if you wish. Debbie was saying with her, she'll put her makeup into her bag and then put her charging cables for a phone, for a watch, for an iPad in there, and she can either take it, if she's gone on a day trip, can take it straight off there. Again, straight in there, no issues. There's so much storage in there. We've got 4 ink pads in there. I could happily say you get about 8 ink pads in there. No worries whatsoever. Again, wipe clean. Yes, fabric, but it's that wipe strong fabric as well. It's not going to go anywhere. Easy as well, just to attach it back onto your bag. No worries on this one, no stress on it at all. So if you have got kids in the car, you want to make a little first aid kit, maybe you just want to make a little day bag, maybe you want to leave it in the car, straight on there. Now, something me and Craig talked about as well, you can see the thickness here. You've got about 2 inches of storage. You don't want to push it too much, because what you don't want to do is to put too much pressure on it. You want it to last you as well, especially once you fold it all up. Guys, you can see there, so you can see there's a bit of bulginess there with your there's the camera there with your scissors and every item. However, with that zip, you'll see there's no strain whatsoever, and you can see it's not being pulled, tore, it's there, it's comfortable, and it's a comfortable bag. Perfect for you to take, maybe you've got a second holiday home, maybe if you like Jan goes to the caravan at the weekend, wants to take her crafting items with her, but caravans, you know, aren't the most renowned for the much storage in them. That is going to be perfect on the shelves. What are you going to put in yours? You have got the option as well, if you're liking the floral, you've also got the option of cheetah. Now, the 70% of the floral has gone. Plenty of the cheetah in stock at $29.99, $34.95. Remember as well, you're going to get your Club Inspired discount on this, £23.99, $27.96. Now, I know a lot of people have gone for both of these because they are incredible. And I know a lot of you have been saying, do you know what I wish this was in? A neutral colour. Maybe just a purple, maybe just a black. Some of you said masculine colours. We're going for the term neutral colours. Again, we've passed that feedback on to you. Georgina was in producing the other day. On the launch day of these, actually, when a lot of you said, oh, we'd like these a neutral colour, we've passed that feedback on to you. So listen, guys, we do always listen to your comments and suggestions for you. Now, if you've looked at this and going, oh, what a great introduction to storage, let me show you some of the other items, some great deals. I mean, if you like the floral print, I'm ready for you guys. I'm ready. Just call me Floral Man. So with this price here, £83.96, you're getting the wonderful craft storage case, which I've just shown you, but you're getting all of this wonderful storage as well. Let me show you what you are getting within here. I'll start off first of all with this wonderful luxury tote. I mean, you see it, you know exactly what you're going to be getting every single time. You've seen it before with Crafters Storage. It's the deluxe tote case, and it really is. Now, before we even start, you've got a massive zip on the front just there for you. Again, perfect to put your ink pads in. So much room, so much space. Again, the reinforced handles, the cushion. Ooh, Luxury, that is. It reminds me of that Yorkshire Airlines sketch. Ooh, luxury. Again, with that wonderful loop system as well. All the pressure and all the strain is not going to be anywhere but that in that cushion grip. It's going to be wonderful. Then you've got 7 pockets going around the edge. Perfect for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So much storage within this. And then this is where it really becomes into its own. Now, let me show you what you've got in here. Before you even start, you've got this massive space in there. Now, this is how big this case is. It's got enough room in there to put a Gemini Junior, no pressure, no rush whatsoever. That goes straight in there. So maybe you have got a Gemini Junior and you want to keep it safe. You can put that in there, put the power cable in the front, store your plates, you've still got room for those. Alternatively, you're going to get the dividers within this to make it into your custom sizes. So they come in, they've got that hook and loop system. There you can see the lighter shades of purple. It clicks straight into the bag. And what you've got in here is plenty of room to make dividers into your bag. How you have yours may be completely up to you. Someone asked us the other day, does it fit the Gemini Mini and the Gemini Midi in? It does in this formation. You can fit 2 of your machines in there, plus whatever else. And then you've got another one of these dividers, so you can put it in whatever way you want, like so. And then that is how you can divide up your storage within your deluxe tote case there. You can put a mouse in it if you wish as well. That is there for you as well. That is your first. And also, sneaky little pocket there. Forgot about that little pocket there for you guys. Another little pocket. I always find more pockets. That is the deluxe tote case. You've also got the carry case as well, the portable tote, should I say. Again, a humongous bag. Again, in that wonderful floral print, and you're already starting with 3 pockets in the front. 1, 2, 3. Just showing you there, you can get one of your edge trimmers straight in there for you. Now, you've also got this large storage pocket at the front, just there, loads of room, plus these 2 pockets just there with that wonderful clear see-through, so you can see exactly what is in there. And then if we spin it round, again, you've got even further storage. You've got room for 15 pens here within the elastic, so you can put your most used 15 pens, whatever they be, your tri-blends, your illustrators, your classics, your aquas, whatever you want in there. Plus as well, if you've got that option again, you can either have it as 2 smaller compartments, or with that hook and loop system, you can make it one larger storage area. The options are yours. Plus, if that wasn't enough for you, you're also going to get the desktop tote as well. I mean, perfect for even more storage. How much storage do you need? This much. Again, that wonderful floral print. Again, with the addition of 6 pockets, plus that wonderful Velcro hook and loop pocket at the front. 2 there, and you've got a wonderful hook and loop. Maybe if you are going to your craft classes, you can put your keys or whatever you wish in there. You've got 2 just there for you, and 2 there for. Perfect. Of loads of room in there for you as well, and you've also got smaller storage for different pockets at the back as well. A brilliant price, and you've also got the handles as well. So much within storage. You're going to be getting this one absolutely free at that price, £83, $96, $91.84. Spring has sprung. Maybe you want to get into that spring fever collection and get yourself ready with a bit of spring cleaning. This is what you're paying for, £83.96, $91.84. A brilliant collection. You're getting your desktop tote absolutely free. As well, you're going to get your Club Inspire discount on that at £67.17, $73.47. Now, if you have, just move all my bags out of the way for like Mary Poppins. If you are looking at those and going, oh, I like that, is there any special deals with a cheetah? You have, take a look at this. You've got it here, the craft storage case. The craft storage case, which absolutely loads of you love, with all that brilliant storage which you've seen within that wonderful collection earlier on today. They are a brilliant collection which so many love. You've also got as well the stamp and die folder, and also 2 packs of magnetic sheets. You're getting the magnetic sheets absolutely free. You look after your dies and stamps, they're going to look after you. £49.98, $59.90 as well. Right. This is Demo of the Month. Now, I've just picked up another card, and I'm not quite sure if this is within Demo of the Month. No, because it's a new... It was that Lisa Horton one, wasn't it? I don't think that was in it, but I should open the Lisa Horton one in. No, we're not. We're getting rid of this one. We don't... correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, people of home, of the world. Let me know if I'm wrong. There is 4. I've got 4. Right. Here we go. Precious. Warm in it. It's pressure. Sweating. Right. starting off with a lovely lady, guys by the name of Debbie Fisher. And she made, I feel like I'm doing like Blue Peter when they go, how this card sent in. This is, of course, by Debbie Fisher. She made this with these wonderful, I want to say it was the craft along. It was the craft along that she did this in. Again, and when she's put the lovely pictures of her grandkids in there, using that Enchanted Dreams paper pads. Again, so much within it. And it was using these wonderful nesting dies with the wonderful Italian names, the beautiful decorative nesting dies. That is your first option, number one. I mean, that is beautiful. You can put whatever you want in there. This is for demo of the month. No pressure, please. I feel like I'm doing £1 million question here on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You've also, as well, now, Jan, this was yours, wasn't it? It was. So tell us, what's this then? Shaker glass. So
we did the shaker element on the front of there,
yeah.
And then we just made the lollipop design as something different because it was something I'd not seen on Crafters TV. So yeah, just try to think of something different for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Number 3 is this brilliant card. Now, there is no name on it. So I don't know who's done that one. Charlotte knows. We'll have a look. We're not sure who's done this. However, if you know, I think this was done with one of those brand new craft kits with the nesting, with the creator card dies. But if you know who made this, cards on a postcard, please. Answers on a postcard. Again, with that wonderful die element in there with the stamping, that wonderful friend word and the sentiments. That's number 3. And number 4 was Craig's made this wonderful card with that brand new vintage butterfly collection, which loads of you love. You've got the wings with the vellum, you've got the paper, you've got the studs, you've got the lace, again made possible by the vintage butterfly collection. So I'll show you these all again. So your demos of the month for February 2022, starting off with this one. I'm not going to mention names now. Number 1. Magic. Number 2. Oops. Number 3. Debbie Robinson. We're going for Debbie Robinson on that one? We think it's Debbie Robinson. And number 4 there with Craig. Guys, we've got a bit of time on this, so Susie on the socials, no rush. Loads of time on this one, guys. 15 minutes. We'll do it before the end of the day, so you've got plenty of time to vote on that one. Right. It's very tense in here. It gets very tense. I get very excited about Demo of the Month and Demo of the Week and Demo of the Day. I do. I get really excited about this. I'm so excited, I walk off, guys, all right? Because I'll put him back on the shelf nice and safely, Charlotte. Guys, we are looking today at these wonderful modern edgeable die collection. A brilliant collection, and I love the word, how it says modern, because sometimes crafting is modern. Wow. £44.95, $58.25 on these wonderful modern edgeable dies. These are incredible, and you've already seen how good they are. Let me remind you of these wonderful designs that you've seen today, starting off with the Bonnie bow. This is a personal favourite. I think it's a lot of you guys' favourites at home. Paper piecing, Jan's shown you that already today. She's shown you how you can use these edgeables in so many different ways instead of what they're designed for, being on the edge. Again, there are endless possibilities. You've got the Woodland Fairy, Cascading Butterflies, Spring Tulip, again, another firm favourite. Romantic Roses, and the Japanese Anemone. £44.95, $58.25. You've got a 25% saving on that. You're getting a quarter off. You're basically getting one of the dies absolutely free. And you've got that multi-buy option available. You can buy them individually. Alternatively, it's 2 for £17 or $24. Jan, loads of love coming in for you today. Fred171 on YouTube. Jan, I love the way you teach design techniques without it sounding like a lecture. Well, that's always a compliment. Kate, Jan is a super teacher. I really love watching how she constructs a card, but takes time to explain each step. Thanks, Jan. And Caroline on YouTube, Jan is the best teacher for me. Patient and calm.
Well, thank you, guys. That means a lot, because obviously we're doing the right thing here, but, you know, a lot of it is based around, you know, not just bringing out those new products all the time, but it's actually, you know, giving you inspiration, giving you ideas. That's what my job is to sort of look at, and you know that I like thinking outside the box. So, yeah, this is what the die's been designed for, but I love that. What else can you do with it? And, you know, I do try and incorporate that. Obviously, with the edgeables, I wanted to show you you different ways of using the edgeables. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to incorporate the edge. We're going to use the romantic rose and we're going to cut it on the edge of the card, but this time it's going to be the underneath of the card. So I'm actually going to cut it on this side here. And then I'm going to use it to stencil with as well. So we're going to get a mirror image of it, but we're going to stencil through there with some of our Harmony opaque inks. So let me show you what I mean then. So again, we're just under 6.5 by just under 3 inches on the die. And just to repeat, if you've been with me through the whole show, you'll have heard this bit. But for the benefit that anybody that's just tuned in, the edgeable system means that just one side, so one edge, is going to cut. So this side with the block piece on, with the metal on here, is actually going to stay in the card. So we're going to get elements of it that have that beautiful shape to create the edge of the card, and then we're just going to have elements of it that cut into the card. So what I mean by that, taken my piece of stamping card again, and I've just left it at 11 3/4 inches this time, and scored it at 7.5, and it is 6 inches deep to accommodate the die. Now I'm going to cut it on the back of the card this time. I want this detail to be sort of sticking out at the back. Previously we've cut them on the front section so it folds over onto it, but this time we're going to go on that back. So again, I'm just going to tape it in place. I'm going to do exactly the same and pop it on my craft mat grid there, just so that I can get an idea. And I just want to make sure that the edge of the die is up to the edge of the card, but that the rest of it is nice and straight. And then I've got a little bit overlap because my card's not quite as tall as the die, but I can get away with that. And then I'm going to tape it to that edge that I know is going to cut away. And then we're going to bring the Gemini plates back in and pass that through our Gemini. Now, if you don't have a Gemini, these will fit through any machine. They are just a thin metal die. Okay, the size of the dies themselves, the die will actually fit through the smaller machines, but like I said, depending on the size of the project that you're working on, it may need those larger plates to accommodate that size. So we pass that through, and that's going to cut out that piece at the back. And then what I've done is I've actually cut it out again out of a piece of scrap card. So if I show you, that's what it's actually going to look like. And we're going to use this one to stencil through with some ink onto the design itself. So this is the one that we've just cut. Take that one out of the folder there. Cut beautifully. Never have any concerns about the Gemini with that. And then again, we're just going to take away the tape. And I'm not too worried if it snags the card, because as I say, this bit's actually going to be the waste edge that cuts away.
It's the thorns on that I absolutely
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Attention to detail.
Yep. And then again, lift that card. You can see where those little potential areas are that might snag. But if you lift it away from the die itself, you've got that control over it there. So again, that edge is cut away. And when I turn it over there, I'm not too worried about this because we're going to stick this edge down. All right, because I made it a wee bit shorter, it's just disconnected that bottom edge, but I've got a piece to put behind here, so that will secure that. So I'm just going to pop those two pieces out behind the leaves there.
I don't want you to get confused here, but Jake is walking in with 2 hot beverages, Jan. Tracy has taught him. You all right, mate? You feeling all right? What do you want? You all right? You good, mate? Yeah? Yeah? What do you want? What do you want from us?
Spoiling us.
It's
Thank
because
you,
he's becoming
my
a dad
lovely.
soon.
Look
That's what
at
it is.
this. I know.
I know.
I know.
I'm so nervous.
It's not long.
Hang on, Footy's on BBC, mate. That's why. Where are you? Football's on.
So again, just always reinforce that fold when it's been through the Gemini, because obviously it's pressing it flat. But you can see this time that we've got that beautiful detail on the back part of the card, and then we're going to work onto it there. All right. So what I've done then is I've created another piece that we're going to pop behind here. So I'm going to stick this on the back of the card so that we've actually got that lovely sort of lemon detail behind, rather than just leaving it is, you know, just thin, and I don't want it to get knocked. So again, I've just propped this together. I've got a little piece of the lemony colour, and then just a piece of the white to fill in the gap. And then we're just going to position this so that that piece sticks over the top. So just before I do that, I'm going to take my dotty tape pen onto the back of that design and just add a few dots onto that open work where we've done the die cutting, and that will secure this piece. This should be fastened here, but because my card was slightly shorter than the length of the die, it's actually separated it when I've die cut it.
See,
so
this is what we talk about crafting. Yes, it sometimes goes a little bit wrong, but it can easily be fixed, no worries whatsoever.
It's not so much wrong, George, it's just that the depth of my card is less than the die. So obviously it's taken a little bit of the design off. But yeah, as I say, because I'm going to stick it onto here now, in fact, I'm going to turn it over and do it that way so that I can see where it's going. And I'm just going to line it up so that it comes to the edge of the die and line it up with the card itself, just to give that extra detail there behind. I wanted that yellow. And if you do get any of the dots in the gap, just give it a rub and they'll all rub away there.
Lovely.
So that's just the plain element there at the front. And then what I want to do is use this bit, and I don't know, it's bugging me that I've picked something up off the mat, but we'll see if we can cover it. I'm going to use this bit now to stencil through, okay? So I'm going to bring in a couple of the yellows. Why have I picked that one up? Oh, I know why I've picked that one up, I remember. So I've got straw bale and frosty jade. So we're going to do the roses in the straw bale, and we're going to pick up the leaf work in frosty jade. And I've brought along my little tin of, little tub of finger daubers, perfect for the job.
They are so organised.
I know, I love them. I love them. All in colour order. They all follow the harmony range. So we've got the light, the medium, the dark. So I'm going to pick out the straw bale, and I'm going to find the frosty ones. I'm going to go for frosty jade there as well. Okay? Love them.
You could easily, if you are wondering, hang on a minute, how does Jan know? I mean, you've got a lot of experience, but you could always write the names on the corresponding grid above, couldn't you?
You could, absolutely. That's what this little piece is for. So mine's actually just picked up a little bit of ink so that you've got an idea, A, of what colours are like. But yeah, there's nothing to stop you popping little labels in there. You could even label up the top. I mean, I use these constantly. I could tell you every single colour probably, but sad, isn't it?
No, it's knowledge.
Right, so again, just pop those on, and I'm just going to bring this as far over to this side as I can, and I want to work through the roses first. Now let me think. I don't want to go over the edge if I can manage it, this outside edge, so I'm just going to be careful, and I only want a hint of colour in there. I don't want it to be too dark, and the reason I've brought in the Harmony Water Reactive one in the straw bale as well is that by the nature of the inks, the pigment ones are slightly lighter colour palette. Even though they're the same colour family, they're a slightly lighter colour palette. So my thinking is that I could use the Water Reactive one just to add a bit of depth, to give it a bit of shading. That was my thinking behind it. So the roses. And this is this makes me think of my mum, because she had beautiful, not that I was there, I've seen photographs, but she had beautiful yellow roses in her wedding bouquet.
Very nice.
Absolutely gorgeous, really unusual to have the yellow. And every time I see them now, it still makes me think of her, bless her. So I hope she's got loads of them up in heaven, wherever she is.
Absolutely.
Yep. So that's the yellow there. And then I'm going to use this one, because you can see here, if I take the lids off, they look totally different. Exactly the same colour, it's just the nature of the ink. The pigment inks are much more sort of like a chalky texture, where it gets that opaqueness from. And then this one is actually a lot brighter. So I'm just going to grab, because I don't want to contaminate the pigment ink into my water reactive, I've just grabbed a sponge applicator there. And what I want to do is just add, and I don't know whether it will work, I think it will, just a little bit of depth in there in some of the areas so that we've got a bit of sort of light and shade going on. It might work, it might not, we'll see. Technically, in my mind, because that was slightly darker, It will, yeah, I think it is. I can just see it going in there. I'm trying my best not to go over that outside edge there because I want this to stay nice.
Yeah.
So that's the yellow. And then we're going to come in with our frosty jade. And again, I'm just going to do, and it might get a wee bit harder down here with the leaves, but we'll give it a go. So again, I've picked the lighter shades because I wanted to keep this one nice sort of pastel shades. So down that stem. And then we've got the leaf areas. Now this is going to be the tricky one because, as I say, I'm trying my best not to go, and if it does, I'm not going to worry about it, but I wanted to try and keep the ink inside the die cut there. And like you said, George, it's got those gorgeous little thorns in there as well, which just the attention to detail.
Yeah.
So again, there we go. And then that little bit further down there. So when we take that away, it's just got that subtle hint of that stencil in there.
Yeah.
So again, don't forget that you can use your dies as stencils as well.
Lovely.
So again, I mean, that bit doesn't look too bad. You could actually use that as a card topper.
Exactly. Couldn't
You
it?
know, so even the way that that's been done with the ink, that could be a card topper. So I'll probably put that in the back of my packet and save it. So let's put the little daubers back in their house.
I love stuff like that. You know, when you go, oh, cheeky little,
Yeah,
cheeky little extra thing.
Two for the price of one. So you can see now that we've got that sort of image replicated.
Yeah.
And then what I've done is I've made a few mats and layers again. So again, I've gone with that same lemon cardstock, and this is actually a matte cardstock from my stash, as what I've got here. And this one's going to go on the inside there. So again, tape pen, just to pop that one inside. And then the papers on here, I'm actually a little bit in love with this pad at the minute. It's an 8x8 paper pad called Elegance. One of ours that we did previously. And it's got the most gorgeous arrangement of sort of neutral shades in there. And I just thought this went lovely with the lemon. So I have them all on my shelf, all labelled up, and I was just looking through for something that went with the lemon there.
Yeah.
And then again, I've got a nice piece to go on the front, which is actually the reverse. You can just see there's a slight difference in the papers, but they're double-sided, and this is the reverse side of the one I used inside. And I've been out with the pearls again. I'm not making any excuses. I love them, honestly. I've always liked adhesive gems and things like that, but having that many to play with,
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
Brenda's asked a question on YouTube.
Yep.
It reminds me of the gilding wax, actually. Could you use a cotton bud instead of the ink dauber for the leaves?
What a fabulous idea. Why did I not think of that? I've even got some under the counter that I was using earlier. That is a brilliant idea. I should have thought about that myself.
That was
I didn't do such a bad job. There's a little bit of overlay, but yes, thank you very much. I will try and remember that for next time, Brenda.
Brenda Blackwood.
Fabulous.
Lovely.
Yes, sometimes you miss the obvious, don't you?
Yeah.
And then again, I've just made a couple of little embellishments. So I've got one to go inside here, and I love this. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. It's one of my favourite sentiments, I must admit. And that one was actually from the large compendium of sentiments. I can't remember what it was called. There was a big one with the folder in it and everything. I keep that at the side of my desk.
I think at the moment, more than ever, isn't it? One of those.
Yeah. I really do. It doesn't cost anything, does it?
No.
And it can make all the world of difference to someone's day. It really can. So I'm just going to pop that one in the centre inside as a sentiment. And then I just created a little butterfly to go. It's quite handy that I've got a little mark here. I'm going to pop him.
Is it you that said it always, any explodes you cover a butterfly?
Yeah, pop a butterfly on there. And in this case, I literally am. So this one, I love this. Again, keep it. I have a basket on my desk that's got all my go-to dies in. And this was from the Caring Thoughts collection. And it makes the most gorgeous little butterfly there. So again, I've just used scraps of the paper, bit of the glitter card there, pop some pearls in the middle. And we literally are going to pop that over that little smudge that appeared on there. And then I thought, right, there's no sentiment on the front of there. So I was looking through what I'd got, and just at the side of the desk, they're not on the show tonight, but we have had them previously. We'd got these gorgeous little sentiment pads from Hunky Dory. And they've got a gorgeous range of all sorts of different colours in them. And I thought that's just enough for what I want to put on here. So I think I don't know whether to put it on here because that means I've got 2 sentiments then on the back, or whether to pop it. I think I'm going to pop it up there like that, and I might actually raise that up on a little foam pad. Let me just have a look what I've got underneath. Oh, goodness me, all sorts. I just want a small, that one will do. We'll be daring. Pop a foam pad. One of those should fit under there.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Susie went, that's what butterflies are for.
It
Covering
sure
little
is.
smudges.
Yeah, it was just sort of as if it was meant to be. So yeah, we're going to pop that one just in the top there. Just adds that little bit of gold in. All right, and then if I turn you that one round, that's another different way of actually incorporating those edgeables there and then using it to stencil through to create like that sort of opposite. You've got the positive outline and the negative on the stencil. Very spring-like that one, isn't it?
Spring, especially the
yes,
first
seeing
day
as
of
we're on the
spring.
way to spring.
Happy St David's Day. I'm going to learn it, what it is in Welsh. Susan on YouTube, perfect finishing touch, really is. Right, demo of the month, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Drum roll, please.
Da, da, da. Was that long enough?
It was
yeah, that was lovely, that card, wasn't it?
With the vintage bar.
Absolutely.
Does it get a sparkly star? I'm sure.
Does he get a sparkly star? I don't know where the stars live. Over here, I can see
Jan
them.
is on the case
I'm on
as
it.
we say.
Look
with sparkly
at this.
stars. Put a bit of tape down the back of it.
I'm going to put a bit of dots. Some dots on the back.
So as we speak,
I'm on
here
it.
we are. It's like the Olympics.
Here we go. Are we ready? Where is he? Here he is. Look. I'm going to come to this side. Can you still see there,
we
guys?
can still see you, my
yeah,
lovely.
and I'm going to reach over and well done, Craig. Welcome to the Glitter Card Club.
Look
Yeah,
at that,
Debbie's got one. Debs has got one. Craig, Michelle. I mean, we've all got. And Bernie, even our Bernie, she's not with us anymore. Yeah.
I know, bless her.
We're all part of the Glitter Star Club. Fantastic. Well done, Craig.
Yeah, Becky.
Yeah, we need Becky on there, don't we?
Get a bit of Tipex. Right, guys, a great collection and a wonderful winner. Loads of love, just saying how beautiful that card is. Guys, still got an hour and 10 minutes, can you believe it, to go of our brilliant launch party. Are you fancying some sneaky peeks of what's coming up?
Ooh.
Maybe we'll do it after the break. I'll see you back here shortly. See you in a bit,
Why
guys.
not?
Take care.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Yes, happy Monday, it's happy Tuesday, happy St. David's Day if you are in Wales or you're celebrating around the world, happy Mardi Gras, happy Pancake Day, happy birthday Eve, Charlotte, loads of love coming in today. What a great day to join us on Launch Party. We're having a bit of a party, aren't we, to celebrate everything? Yes, we are, because we've been looking at some incredible launches that we've had over the last few days on Crafters TV, and we're going to give you some sneaky peeks. Alison, guys, I'm ready for some sneaky peeks. Well, I tell you what, we've got some great sneaky peeks coming up for the wonderful Nitwit collection. Again, this is happening on Friday for you, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time, with the wonderful Craig O'Bego and Becky's going to be here as well. 6 p.m. on Friday here in the UK, 1 p.m. 10 a.m. East Coast. A beautiful collection, so much within it. What do you want to start with, Jan? Shall I start with dies or shall I start with papers? What do you fancy?
I've got the paper pad here because I thought that's, from my point of view, often sort of starts with the paper pad.
Well, let's have a look at this wonderful paper pad. The Nitwit collection, again brought to us by you from Crafters Companion. We're starting off here with this 12 by 12 paper pad. I mean, look at the colours.
Colour palette, again, very spring-like, isn't it?
Very spring indeed. Again, the wonderful yellow roses.
Yep.
Isn't that just what you were saying earlier about your mum?
Yeah.
Brilliant, isn't that a coincidence? Again, double-sided.
Double-sided.
I mean, matching as always. I mean, there's just some beautiful papers on this. I can see some fussy cutting out of this paper pads as well. Ben and Craig and Becky will be doing some great demos on this for you on Friday when it launches here on launch day at 6 p.m. on Friday, gorgeous. 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I mean, the question is, where are you going to start with these?
I can see another paper pad coming into my collection. I've just had a quick look through there. It is beautiful. Wait till you get to the back.
Oh, I'm very excited.
There's a favourite there straight away. Keep going.
I'm going. Which one's your
favourite?
That
last one. Look at that.
Wow.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
These are some beautiful paper pads. So much for you. That 12 by 12 paper pad for you. You've also got vellum.
Oh,
now these are going to be so good, complementing along with that wonderful paper pad that you've just seen there. I think vellum is such an underrated material when used in crafting. I love how when it rips.
Yes, that lovely torn edge. I think a lot of people stray away from it because it's notoriously difficult to stick down. Yeah. It's one of those things with it being translucent that quite often you can see an adhesive through it. Now, our dotty tape pen works brilliantly, particularly with the coloured vellums like that. And then my trick is that wherever you're going to add, for example, a sentiment, you can actually pop a little bit of tape underneath that area and make sure that bit's sealed, Now,
if you're looking and going, why is that one really bright? It's only because it's underneath the white card. So that's why you take it off and you can see, actually,
the translucency. It's beautiful,
that's why they all
isn't
look a
it?
bit dull, but I promise you they're not dull when they are here. It's only because they're on top of something not solid. They're your vellums, and then this wonderful sheet, the pop-out sheet. Now, I think if you haven't got a Gemini machine, you haven't invested in one yet, what a great way for crafting to get started, maybe with kids. Pop-outs, you can do some wonder. I can't fold them because they're all going to pop out, but you've got this decoupage element within this. These wonderful frames here, the buttons, again, what a great idea. And then all these brilliant sentiments that you can see perfectly. Gift tags, I mean, you've got instant gift tags here. Again, all these great sentiments are just going to look great. I mean, you can just put these as a gift tag on a present already sorted. Hello to you, dear friend, with heartfelt sympathy. Again, that is a great idea. Now, this is going to be one of those pads for those harder cards to design. You know, when we do sympathy cards, we've talked about this a lot, butterflies. Again, sympathy cards are never the easiest card to design. And we always think about just being quite simple, not many colours, not much of a vibrance, but yellow roses, what a great little collection that's going to be. A bit of colour, a bit of, bit of celebration more than anything else when it comes to those sympathy cards, and the sentiments are there within it. You're also going to get edgeable dies. You're going to get the elegant lace edgeable. Again, what a great little collection that is going to be into this wonderful Nitwit beautiful collection. I just think it's absolutely stunning. Again, so much detail in this as well. Oopsie daisy, so much detail, and the beautiful lace, another edgeable in that. Wow, paper piece in there, John.
Yes, yeah,
that is going to
can
look
see
brilliant.
that coming.
You also, this is what I'm loving at the minute. We did it with vintage butterflies, the little extras, the embellishments within this, the ribbons, the buttons, the pearls as well, all in those matching colour tones, and they are a great selection of colours. Your lemons, your greens, your navies, and that lovely...
Navy and lemon is a really classic combination, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Then the 3D
that
embossing
is
fold,
stunning.
Brilliant florals. Again, this wonderful collection is just incredible. Also, the sentiments. Again, every occasion is covered here. Every occasion. And it's one of those collections which is going to work for every occasion. Sympathy, birthday, get well soon, gratitude, caring, celebrate, awesome, thank you, have a beautiful day. Beautiful sentiments, all a little bit different, but a lot similar as well. So you can be able to make some great cards. Maybe if you are selling these, imagine making a pack of cards. And you've got one for sympathy, one for celebration.
That's a fabulous
birthday,
idea, isn't it?
Selling them on, and they're all quite similar.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you don't want to give it to the same person, but maybe you do. They are all going to look different. Stamp and dies. This is going to be one of those little collections, the elegant roses, which you are going to use time and time again. No fussy cutting needed here with the dies, and then this wonderful glitter card to round up this incredible collection. It is just stunning there. Again, with that green, with that blue, that navy, and that lemon colour. That wonderful, exciting collection, which I know you can't wait to see Friday here at 6 p.m. on Crafters TV, 1 p.m. over on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time with Craig and Becky Gilmore on YouTube. That collection is singing out loud to us. Sensational Sky. Oh wow, love that. Pammy on YouTube. Oh, this is going to jump into my basket for sure. Gilmore on YouTube. Oh my God, look at the lovely Venom. Venom.
Sorry. Oh, dear me. Oh, we don't need any of that in the collection, George.
Venom.
Otherwise known as vellum.
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 Alison, stunning colours. Jennifer. Oh, she's going, ooh, Hadassah saying, now stop it. Vellum on snickerdoodles. I love that Nitwit collection already. Snickerdoodles? What's a snickerdoodle? What's a snickerdoodle? I love that. Loads of you love this collection. I know somebody else who lives in this collection.
Well, this is the first time I've seen this, George. I've not had sort of eyes on it before now. I knew it was coming, and obviously, people can describe it, but actually seeing it in the flesh, that colour palette is beautiful. Who doesn't love a rose? So you've got that rose theme running through it, and then you've got some beautiful sort of metalwork in there. So I've just got a few samples again to give you a bit of inspiration, but this is using all elements from there. So you can see the papers in there. We've got some of the toppers from the pad. We've got those gorgeous edgeables on there. Absolutely stunning. A little bit of the buttons at the bottom is from the embellishment pack, and then again that's that other edgeable there, so you can just see gorgeous detail on there. Again,
so incredible.
Layering up some of those pop-out pieces from the topper pad, and again, just look, those papers are gorgeous.
Wow.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I can see this one might be falling in my basket. That one, again, I think the embossing folder is beautiful. Again, looks to me like a 3D folder there with the texture. And again, using some of those pop-out pieces to create that stopper for the easel card. Elements of the paper there from the paper pad. Really, really pretty. Again, you might just want to do a quick card, popping out those elements, stacking them up, and there's that lovely wardrobe design where it just, and look at that.
Oh, them buttons.
Just look at the detail there. If I just turn it sideways, very, very cleverly done. Who's that one? Leslie. I love that, Leslie. Gorgeous sample.
Love it.
Okay, and then just again using that that die both ways. So we've done it across the top and the bottom.
Nice.
That lovely stamp and die part there, ribbon from the sentiments down at the bottom there, papers in the background, and then again this one really caught my eye. This is Leslie again, okay, gorgeous samples there, Leslie. But again, she's got that beautiful little box frame on the front of the easel, and then just decorate it with other elements from that pop-out topper pad as well. So absolutely stunning, and I think this one's definitely going to accidentally fall in my basket.
Accidentally?
I love that, yes. Very, very pretty colour palettes. Perfect for spring.
Perfect for spring.
Perfect for sort of Mother's Day and things like that here. And I know in America it's slightly later. I think it's May, so that will give you guys time to get it over States and still have it in time to use for Mother's Day. So, yeah, perfect.
Brilliant collection. And like we said, there's so... I don't think there's going to be no occasion that pack doesn't cover.
Not
Sympathy,
really, no. It'd be
christenings.
great for sympathy cards, wouldn't it, as well, that colour palette.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love that. But great for sympathy cards. It will though, because it's you know, we talk about it a lot. They're not an easy card to do.
They're not. No, people never quite know where to go with them. It's like I tend to keep them very clean and simple for sympathy, because it's more about the thought of sending it and maybe the words that you write in it. People are not always in a position to appreciate what you've done with a card at that, you know, at that time. So I always keep them nice and clean and simple. So that pale pastel colour palette there with the lemons and some of those pop-out elements, perfect. If you find yourself in that situation, yeah.
Of course. Guys, that is launching on Friday, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific, with Becky and Craig, the big BC on CTV. Joanne saying, blues and yellows are my favourite colour combination. Kathy on Facebook, I must have this new collection, absolutely beautiful. Be like Jan, it's going to fall straight in my basket.
Yeah.
Straight in my basket.
In my basket, yeah.
Love it. Shall we go out this world, or should we go for an explorer? Let's go for an explorer. Like Dora, you will going to want this in your collection today. Dora the Explorer.
Excuse me.
A brilliant, wonderful deal. Alphabet and number set with a 12 by 12 card pad. You're going to get 36 sheets and you're going to get 108 dies. Now, if you're wondering, what on earth, how am I get 108 dies? We're giving you the alphabet. Now, I don't know where you come from, but well, actually, there are some places which don't have 26 letters. I take it back. 26 letters of the alphabet. You're getting the uppercase, you're getting the lowercase, because Germany, they have 30 letters in their alphabet. You see? Greek, yeah, some countries have more letters than their alphabet.
Different alphabets, I'm with you, yeah.
Of course. It's got a name and I can't remember what it is now. This is obviously the traditional alphabet for us here in the UK and States and other countries around the world. You've got your A to Z, A to Z, and this is what it's looking like in your lowercase font. Now, in each letter, you are getting each letter, and you're also getting the outline of that die as well. So you're getting the bubble effect as well. And I think as well, if I look correctly, X, Y, Z, you're also getting the and symbol as well there as well. So you get X, Y, Z and the and symbol as well, which, ampersand, thank you very much. And that's what you're going to get there. And you're also going to get your capital letters here. Again, you're going to get the dies for the individual letters, and you're also going to get the bubbles as well. So you can create some wonderful layers with those as well. You also get your numbers as well, 0 to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, allowing you to create, you know, sometimes you've got an odd age, maybe it's a 15th birthday or a
yeah, because you can buy sort of milestone birthdays, but when it comes to, like, I don't know, 47, you can't buy those in the stores, can you?
Or 28, like Charlotte.
28.
Can't buy those.
Yep.
And also, you are going to get your wonderful card stock, 230 GSM on a 12 by 12 pad. It's textured card stock, it's bright, it's vibrant, it's what you need within a card stock. Greens, so many different colours within this. I mean, this is a staple within your crafting. Oopsie daisy. This is a staple within your crafting collection. Yellows, and they're down to your
like jewel tones, aren't they?
They are.
Gorgeous.
And there's a colour every occasion within this colour. Again, textures as well. I always love it a bit more. £24.79 on your Club Inspire. $33.59. Loads of you still can't believe that wonderful collection that's coming up for you in a few days. Perfect for Mother's Day, said Jane on YouTube. Mum may actually get a handmade card this year. Isn't that the case? And Joanne said on YouTube, blues and yellows are my favourite colour combination. Really are. That is your wonderful Explorer offer at the moment. It's time to go out of this world 24 hours on this one, guys. 24 hours to head to the website, crafterscompanion.com. crafterscompanion.com.co.uk.eu to get this wonderful collection. In this, Totally Tiffany, I mean, you're never going to go wrong with Totally Tiffany. Now, there's one thing I know, storage, and you are going to get a great deal here with the Totally Tiffany paper taker. Designed for ease, designed for easy access. You've got it here. You've got this, you stored it up vertical, you've got the handle there to pull it off the shelf, and you've also got the label as well. So if you want to put, you know, maybe you're going to put planes or pastels, you can write that in there for you as well. Strong hook and loops, as always, and you've got a wonderful paper tray in here, the paper taker. It's going to pop out as there. We're going to give you some paper to get yourself started. Yes, we are. 2 great paper pads. You're paying for one. You're getting one absolutely free. You're paying for the wonderful Enchanted Dreams. Again, a great 6x6 paper pad with so many different designs on it. Card blanks galore on the there. Card fronts straight away. Stick those on. A bit of matte and layering. You're going to be having so much fun, especially with these ones at the back just there. Again, that's a matte and layering. Straight there, that's a card front, isn't it?
That's it. Sentiment in the centre of there.
Perfect.
Sorted, aren't you?
And for absolute freebies, you get the Autumn Blessings. Again, my favourite colour combinations here. I know it's spring, but I just, when the leaves are a little bit crunchy underfoot.
The colours in the autumn are just spectacular, aren't they? Yeah.
Again, this Harlequin effect there, and there's leaves there for you.
Yeah.
Tartans, checks and ginghams, pumpkins. I mean, you fussy cut that pumpkin out, you're into a Halloween card.
Yep.
So much within it, that Harlequin's there. That is coming absolutely free. A brilliant price, £16.98, $22.94. And also your Club Inspire Platinum price, £13.58, $18.35. Loads of you get in touch today. Loads of you having so much fun. Hey, we're glad we can cause some fun and mischief on your Tuesday. Right, we've got 15 minutes left on show. We've already had some incredible demos with these, the wonderful modern edgeable.
Did he just say 15 minutes?
50.
50? I thought you said 15. I'm going to say, that's gone quick.
Flabberg, her gas was flabbered. Here it is, the wonderful edgeable die collection, the modern edgeables, and they really are modern edgeables. It's sometimes, when I tell people where I work, they go, crafting? Well, it's a bit old-fashioned. It's not an old-fashioned.
No, not at all.
And I think it's been revamped, and these tulips, the bows, you can see there, these simple, crisp lines, and the effect you can create with these are incredible. At £44.95, $58.25, you're getting all 6 designs. You're getting the Japanese anemone, the romantic rose, spring tulips, cascading butterflies, woodland fairy, and that bonny bow, which is that one on the middle in the bottom, which you are falling in love with. You're saving yourself 25% on this bundle. You can buy them individually. Alternatively, you can buy 2 for £17.24. But that Club Inspire price is incredible too. £35.96, $46.60. The question is, which one are you going to go for? Because there are so many great deals in this. Jan, people are loving these tonight. I know you absolutely adore them.
Yeah, I just think they're different. Traditionally, our edgeables tend to be sort of what I call pattern dies. So a little bit like you've just seen us show in that new Nitwit collection. They tend to be sort of like ornate patterns in them. There might be lacy patterns in them. The fact that these are actually elements in their own right. So you've got that lovely bow that we've done. We've worked with the anemone. We've just done the rose on there. And it creates that really, really something special. Again, depending on how you want to use it, what kind of event you're using it for. I'm thinking scrapbookers as well. You know, how nice would it be to actually do that edge a couple of times and have it as a border either down the side or along the bottom of a scrapbook page, something like that. We're actually going to incorporate into a box this time. So again, using an edgeable, we're going to make a shaker panel with the edgeable and actually pop that on top of a gift box. So again, a different way of using them. And we're going to bring in that lovely cascading butterflies. I had to use this one. And we're going to go back to the good old black cardstock. So lots of people sort of a little bit afraid of the black. I use it a lot, an awful lot. And this is just our matte black card. Yep. If you want a sexier look, the black Centura Pearl is gorgeous. I have to keep that for special occasions because I just think it's got such I mean, the Centura Pearl is beautiful anyway, but the black, honestly, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Sorry, I got really confused. I didn't know what you were keeping for special occasions, a sexy look or the black. Because I keep this as more of a sexy look, and you went, I keep this for special occasions.
Yeah, the black Centura Pearl only comes out on special occasions.
Oh, I say.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So if you get it in your birthday card, George, you're sorted.
Hey.
So this one's just matte black, all right?
Yep.
Absolutely gorgeous. So again, we're all along similar sort of sizes, 6.5 in height, 2.5, a little bit narrower on this one. And what I'm going to do is cut it into the black there. I don't particularly want to do it in any place on the card because we're going to use this. I'll show you how we use it. Not so much on the edge, but we're going to use it in a slightly different manner again. So I'm just going to bring in the smaller plates this time because I haven't got that big project. So we're literally just going to layer these up and pass that through, whoops, the Gemini there.
Lovely.
And I want the actual panel to incorporate, I'll show you, because I've actually done a little bit of work ahead of time on this one. I'll show you what I've done. So it started out with cutting the butterfly panel out. And then I've chosen some lilac card this time to do black and lilac, which looks really nice together. I mean, black goes with most colours, to be honest. You get away with most colours against it. So again, just going to take that bit of tape off, turn it over, just have a look. I'm not sure with putting it in through there sideways. I don't know whether we've got a complete cut there, and that's purely because we'd gone sideways on it. So, three options there actually. Number one, you can pop your metal shim in if that happens. Number two, you can use your embossing mat on it just to finish it off. Number three, seeing as I've actually got my large plates there, I'm going to pop it vertically because I think that's what the problem was, and just pass it through that Gemini again.
Yeah.
All right, because I had it horizontal. And just to explain what I mean about that, because it's not anything to do with, obviously the pressure in the Gemini stays the same, but I'll show you when I take the die off what I mean about having a die horizontally versus it being vertical.
Yes, please.
And the nature of those smaller plates didn't allow me to put it through my big Gemini vertically. If you were putting these through your junior, I think you'd be fine with it because it would be vertical popping through that way. But what I mean, let me just show you, because I don't doubt this time that it's cut through, because I have faith in that machine. Look at that, completely different story.
Absolutely.
All right. So what I mean by that is we just take this off. So again, I'm just going to release it gently from the back. So, for example, lots and lots, you can see all that cardstock left in there. So every single bit of that is a cutting area within that external cutting edge. So because I put it this way, the roller's coming along here and it met all these cutting points across the, I haven't counted them, but there's lots of them across here. So the pressure in the machine was distributed over all those different areas.
Right.
And we had a little dead spot in the middle. If I turned it this way and ran it through, which is what we've just done, the rollers are coming this way. There are less cutting points from side to side than there are from top to bottom. So the pressure's distributed over less points, which has given me a much crisper cut. So it's worth thinking about something like that. If you can do it vertically, you probably get a better response.
Yeah.
But like you saw, it didn't cut first time. It's just about resolving that issue. So as I say, it could have been the metal shim over the top, would have given me that lovely crisp metal to metal cut, would have done the job, even if it had stayed sideways. It could be that the embossing mat applies enough pressure onto the edge of the die to do the same job, but because I had those larger plates there, it was just as easy to turn it. And you can see now that we've got that lovely die cut there. So what I'm going to do is just free that from that card.
Yep.
So just snipping it out, because it's not actually going to go on the edge as such this time. I'm going to use it as a decorative panel. So just get rid of that spare piece. And then I took some of the lilac cardstock and I've used my rectangular nesting dies to create a frame. Okay, and you can see where I've just trapped, if I show you the back, I've literally trimmed it down and just trapped it onto the back of the frame there. So literally popped it in, cut it down to size, and then I've stuck it down this side here and just anchored that bottom piece as well. And then we've got that lovely pale lilac Centura pearl there. So that was as far as I got with the die cutting. I've added a couple of little gems into the centre of the butterfly. Anybody think I like my gems, wouldn't they? Absolutely obsessed with them. I've got them in all shapes and colours and sizes, and all, of course, in colour order, George. Yeah, you wouldn't expect anything else, would you? And then I've taken a piece of acetate, just slightly, not a lot, it's about 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. I've got my red line tape on, and we're actually going to put this on the back to seal that front piece, because this is going to become the top of my shaker element there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the red line tape off the acetate, and then I'm going to use the dotty tape pen on the back of the butterflies so that those don't sort of leave. I don't want them to sort of lift from the front. So we're just going to add a few little dots behind here so that they will actually stick to the acetate as well.
Perfect.
So nice and light, just to transfer those sticky dots onto the back, and always go in the direction of your design. All right, so I wouldn't try and pull that scroll, for example, this way, because you're asking for trouble with it there. It's literally going to snag it and end up damaging. So again, we've got those on there. Don't stick, because I couldn't see, because I couldn't see it. It's terrible stuff to work with on screen. So again, slightly smaller, and we're just going to pop that over the top and make sure that all those areas are sealed now.
Brenda is full of good ideas this evening.
Is she?
The tulip will make a beautiful Easter card.
She's right.
I'm tempted, Brenda.
She's
She's like, if you're tempted, you can
Do you
buy
know?
them individually, but I mean, at that price, you may as well go for that bundle.
Honestly, yeah.
Brenda, you are good.
We always give you the best value on the bundle, but I understand that not everybody can run to that, you know, so we've got those options on there for you. The problem is if you're just choosing two, I don't know which two I'd go for.
Yeah.
I'd be struggling there. I'd be struggling because there's more than two. The bow would be in there, but I'm not sure what my second one would be.
Tulips, I think, for me.
Do you think? I quite like the anemones.
The what?
The anemones.
I just like you.
Anemones. So you can see there now that we've got that that background in there. So if you do get any little smudges on the acetate, out comes the old cloth again. Comes out. Uses it for all sorts. Yep. Okay, and now we've got that panel that's going to secure the pieces behind it. So again, we're going to build up those walls round the edge of it. So I've just got a brand new one. So we shouldn't.
What is that you've got there, John?
I'm not going to say it.
Why not?
I'm not. It might be foam.
And what's it on?
It might come on a circle, otherwise known as a roll.
Oh.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Can't help yourself, can you? Honestly, that Benny's got a lot to answer for.
I
he
know,
has.
He's back on Friday.
Is he? I've missed him. He seems to have been gone ages, hasn't he?
I know, I just think he's managed to get the schedule sorted.
It's just the way that his shifts fell around having a week off. So I know he's been spending some time with the kiddies over half term. But he seems to have been gone ages. I've not seen him for a while now.
I spoke to him yesterday.
Yeah?
So
he's usually my craft-along partner. He's done great with the crafting.
I've seen he's done very well.
And he's taken a lot of that back, what he's learning, and I know he's crafting with Daisy, which is great. Yeah, he loves it. Right, so I'm just going to start the tape off on here, and I'm hoping that it's going to, we're okay. I never know whether it's going to misbehave or not.
Oh, you've
don't
set
speak,
them off, Jan.
Don't speak too soon.
Everyone's singing it in the comments
Are
now.
they? Foam on a roll.
We should do an a cappella
Foam
version.
on a roll.
Me, him, Joe and Craig, like the barbershop quartet.
Yeah, and want a baritone in there as well. Who can do the baritone?
I can do that at 7 o'clock in the morning for you.
Again, it's not playing. There's little bits of it that don't want to play. There we go. I will not be defeated. So I'm just going to get that one ready. And then the background is going to be onto a piece of silver glitter card. So we're going to end up with this sort of effect. And I've made that slightly bigger so that there's a little tiny bit showing as a matte layer, and then it's going to be in the background there. So what we're going to do then is add a few lilac pieces in there to pick out the lilac tones. Yeah. So I've got some lilac sequins to go in there, along with some silver as well.
So I was going to say, and this is maybe an impossible question to answer, but how many sequins is enough sequins or in a shaker element?
Again, it depends how large your element is, because here I know for a fact that some of the sequins are going to get hidden behind the butterflies. Now sometimes there's enough edging on your dies that you could actually mask it off with the tape and control where the sequins go, but there isn't anything here that it's too narrow. I would see the white foam tape through it, so I'm just going to have to go with it. So in this one I need a fair few because there's going to be the whole section that's going to be the shaker, whereas if you're just doing a little small section, or if you can mask off areas and control where those sequins go, then you need less of them, obviously. So I'm going to put quite a few in here so that we've got plenty of movement, because they will settle to the bottom. There's no two ways about it. No matter how hard you work with it, you know, they will sort of settle. And I tend to put those on here because otherwise, if I put them in the well here, when I turn that one over, it's not easy to get it all square. So we're going to attempt to take the rest of the tape off here and hope it... do you know, this is a brand new roll as well. It shouldn't be misbehaving. Just look.
Maybe we didn't sing the song.
Just talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Maybe we didn't sing the song and that's why it's not working for
I
us.
don't know.
Maybe...
Oh, it helped, George. Keep going.
Hey.
Look at that. Maybe. And because we're going on to the glitter card, I'm going to add some wet glue as well. And the reason for that is so that that wet glue seeps in to that coating with the glitter card and you get a really nice adhesion, because the last thing we want with a shaker card is having elements that are going to fly out of it the minute that you shake it. So yeah, just a little bit of wet glue, and I'm using the tacky glue there. Yeah. And then that will sort of seep into that glitter coating and you'll get a nice stick there. Okay.
There is a version of foam on a roll for our soft crafters. Zips on a roll.
Zips on a roll. Yeah. I like it. Not thought about that.
Roll occasions.
Well, zips on a roll.
Not craftist here. You get all the crafts covered in the songs.
So again, just going to pop that in place, and I've cut my silver just slightly bigger so that there's an external edge as well as inside. It's not quite straight there. It would have been better further over, but I'm not going to mess with it. And then don't be tempted to shake it straight away. Let that glue do its job. Let it sit in there and seep into that glitter, and then we'll give it a shake in a second, all right? So I've actually worked from that. So I sort of looked at the size of this first. So we've ended up with a piece that measures 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I've actually taken that as a sizing. Yep. And worked up from there for my box lid. So I'm going to use the lilac for the lid, and then I've got the same again in the black for the base of the box. And we've got 1.5 inches on the depth, and it's left me enough space in the centre there to just pop that in nicely and just have a very small border around the top of the box. So just to decorate the edges, again, I've taken elements of the black, elements of the lilac. I just grabbed a folder, an embossing folder out of my box, and it's a very old one. It is a Crafter's Companion one, but it is an old one. I just wanted some texture on there, just to add a little bit more interest. So again, we can pop those on, and I do like to do that decoration before I put the box together. I find it easier to get those sort of onto a flat surface rather than trying to pop them onto the box when it's been put together and you're pressing it into sort of nothing behind it. So again, we've got 2 long ones on there, and then we're going to do the 2 short sides. Okay. So again, you know, this could be pattern paper that you've used on here. You might want to put some inked panels on there, however you want to do it. There's so many different ways. Yeah. And as I say, this was just another way of showing you how to use those edgeables, I think. Ooh.
Is it on the edge?
I think, do you know, I always run out when I'm up here. I get through the tape pens, like you can imagine. You know, the amount of prep that we do for the shows, I just can't keep up with them.
And I know. Tape in each pen.
I know, and I still get through them. And I know I was watching a conversation on social media about the fact that I don't think they're in stock, are they, at the minute? No. People were waiting for them. They were getting a bit sort of edgy because they'd run out and they were having to use wet glue, and yeah, it was sort of like, ooh, I've got a couple at home as a stash, so I'm hoping they get here soon.
Apparently, Hunky Dory have a song.
Oh.
Gems on a roll.
They do. They've got gems on a roll.
Have they copied our songs?
The little tiny, yeah. Ooh, now then.
Cease and desist coming your way, Hunky Dory.
Cease and desist.
Oh, you worry, Hunky Dory. I'll see you in the car park after. Nicking our songs.
So again, just taking the top off there.
Things are Hunky Dory, Hunky Dory.
I'm going to put this one on. This should be okay now. You can see that all that goodness in there. Now, what I mean when you stand it up is they will pool down at the bottom. But with this being a box, I just think, you know, you've got so much in there. And then because I've actually stuck all that together, I'm going to go with some wet glue on the back of there just to get that sealed. So again, I've got the Kalal all-purpose and pop that on the back. And we'll get that stuck down before I actually put the box together. It's
Lovely.
a little bit easier because again, you're pressing into like an empty space otherwise. So again, let's get that one on there. And again, the beauty of that wet glue is that you can just wriggle it into place. And I'm just going to leave that for a second to dry while I bring that base in, and we'll just quickly stick those edges. Now the base I've just left plain. You can decorate the edges of that as well if you wish. And what does look nice, what I do sometimes if I've been working with pattern papers, is cut a piece of pattern paper to stick inside the bottom. Can look quite nice. So
I've had some clarification from Hunky Dory.
Have you?
From our official social Susie. She went, no, George. Rhonda means we sing gems on a roll for the
when we're using the
gems
Hunky Dory product.
when we buy them on the web.
I'm with
Hunky
you.
Dory, hey, we're all cool. Don't fall out with me, please. Sorry. I didn't mean it, Hunky Dory.
So I'm just going to make sure that those are sealed nicely with that tape.
Yes. George, can we see you in the office, please? I'm just going to get a seat in there.
Name on the back of the chair.
Back on the chair. That's George's chair. He has a daily meeting with us.
I'll just be very, very gentle with this because I want to make sure that that Kalal glue has dried properly. But again, just pop those corners together.
Love this, Jen.
And again, you know, nice gift box. Oops.
And Dassa said, what a showstopper shaker card in the making. Not easy to say that. Thanks.
Those butterflies are beautiful, aren't they? And then again, pop that on top. And then I've just got a nice, simple, you brighten my day.
Oh, thanks, Jan.
All right, you're welcome.
There you are. You see,
then I'm
it's
just
so
gonna pop
easy.
that
Rachel has said on YouTube, I couldn't resist these dies. My wonderful hubby just bought me them. Big round of applause for Mr.
beautiful,
Haley.
yeah, well done.
To you, Mr.
Yeah.
A few brownie points scored there,
I'm
mate.
going to say
Well
there's definitely
done.
some points there, aren't there?
What have you done wrong? That's why I want to know. I'm nosy. Loads of love for this card. I think when hubby, we always get that, a few messages, like, hubby's bought me this today. Yeah. You see, maybe a nice wedding anniversary present, maybe it's your birthday, maybe just because he loves you.
So, you know, you could add a bow on there if you wish, but I'm not sure it needs
I
it.
don't
You've got
think it
those
needs it.
lovely butterflies. And if you keep all the shaker pieces to one side, you get the benefit of seeing those as you die cut. And you've got those pieces inside. Beautiful little gift box, unlike anything that you could buy in the shops there.
When
and
you
again,
shake it,
you can literally, you know, match that to whatever your recipient. So change the colour scheme, change the sizes. And again, you've got all those lovely shaker pieces in there, yep.
When they shake it, it looks like they're flying.
Yeah, fantastic.
That is all with those modern edgeable dies. The question is, will that be demo of the show? So, Jan, because we've got half an hour left.
I know, it's flown by, hasn't it?
Like a butterfly. Let's see these wonderful demos that you've made for us today.
Right, let's have a look then. I just moved those out of the way and all the rubbish bits out of the way. Oh, that was a mistake, wasn't it? That's it, we're okay. So, top, I just went to move all the bits of red line tape, they all went and stuck to my hand. So top of the show then, we started out with that lovely bonnie bow and we kept it nice and simple, using that edgeable as the concept was designed there to create an edge, and then did a little paper piecing with that one. So that was number one, all in the pinks. Then we moved on to the craft card and looked at that beautiful Japanese anemone. All right, added a little bit of extra colour with those pencils. And we've used it horizontally on that one. So that was number two. Number three, we used it on the back edge of the card rather than the front, and then we created that sort of negative with the stencil using those pigment inks. And again, nice little sentiment in that one. That was number three. And then number 4, you've just seen me put through the stages with those beautiful butterflies. And we've made that lovely shaker gift box there to pop in whatever you might fancy. So that was number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, guys. You have loads of time to get those votes in. I mean, I've got a feeling, I think we all know what's going to be demo of the show. Guys, let's remind you of the Gemini's Rose Gold. Here it is for you. So dramatic, so effective that it does need magic lights around it. Ooh. Can you turn the lights off, Charlotte? Is that allowed? Oh, shiny. I'll put them back on. Oh, you didn't let me clap. You ruined me fun. This is the Gemini's Rose Gold Junior exclusive for our UK viewers. Oh, what a great collection this is. What a great collection this is. Exclusively for our UK viewers. Now, it was launched to celebrate one of our wonderful anniversaries. And if you guys in the States are going, I want rose gold, we had some, you had some exclusive colours just for you guys in the States. But this is exclusively for our UK viewers. The Junior Rose Gold. I mean, you know the power of the Gemini machine. You know what you're going to get every time. That passing through there is going to give you die cutting. It's also going to give you that embossing qualities, hence why it's called the Gemini. Gemini means two functions, die cutting and embossing. And when it's in this beautiful rose gold colour, look at that. It's just stunning. And that incredible, incredible price, half price, £99.99. And you've also got your Club Inspire. Johnny, how many's left? 51 of the Gemini Juniors.
They're going
That's
down.
all that's left of these in the rose gold colour. 51. There's only them left in the world. If you are wanting one today, please do not sit around because they will fly off the shelves. Look at that Club Inspire price. £79, 80 quid, £80 for this, for a machine which you are going to use every single day. I mean, if you told Jan or the craft experts that eventually they'd get a machine for £80, they wouldn't.
That's
believe
crazy,
you.
absolutely
really
crazy, yep.
If you are wanting to find out more about the Gemini Junior, well listen, we've got this lovely little video just telling you a bit more about what this incredible machine does. Gemini Junior. Yes, it is an incredible machine, absolutely superb, and that can be yours today at that incredible price, £79.99 for you guys in the Club Inspire Platinum, UK only. What a brilliant machine this is. Right, demo of the show, ladies and gentlemen, was number 4. Of course it was. I mean, could you imagine anything else winning demo of the show, this wonderful shaker card box element? Right, let me get the demos of the... I mean, this is going to be a hard one today. Look at this. Oh, this must be what Michelle made this morning.
Yep,
this wonderful...
Look at that.
I mean...
That's a creation and a half, isn't it?
I could wear that as a crown. What is that? Well, here it is, this wonderful
ornamental succulent.
Ornamental succulent. For fun for all the family.
Settle down, George.
I'm sorry. That's number one. That's Michelle. Michelle made it. Michelle made it. I'll go back to the house and she'll be like, why were you laughing at me, ornamental succulent? That's your number one. Your ornamental succulent. I mean, that's Charlotte. Happy birthday. Number two was this made in the craft along. Now, this wasn't the craft along itself. We had a bit of spare time in the craft along with Jan. But this was done with those wonderful embossing folders and then every shade of gilding wax on it. I'm just there, you can see all that wonderful gilding wax. Again, with those pearls and those wonderful mini sentiment dies. And number three was this box made with that edgeable, that shaker element. So that is number three. We've got...
That's a tough one.
Is it? That's number one. Number two, and number three. Which one is it going to be? So, I feel like a princess. I feel like King Julian from Madagascar. I do. I like to move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
That's got to win. That has got to win now after that. Right. Should we do another demo? All right, let's do it with these wonderful modern edgeables. Michelle, I love you if you're watching, because I know you do. I do love you, Michelle. These are the modern edgeable 6-piece die collection. So many great edgeables in these. You've seen it with the butterflies, and I think it's time we see the tulips, because the tulips are incredible. If it was, who said it earlier? Was it the wonderful Brenda? She went that these were perfect for Easter.
Easter, I agree. I think that would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Yeah, lovely. So we're going to use those. I'm just sort of sad that I didn't manage to get all 6 of them in for you to demo, but obviously time constraints and what we have on the show, we have to try and sort of condense it. So yeah, I've got the spring tulips for that final demo tonight. And again, a little bit of glitter card. This is the ivory glitter card that you can buy in those 10 sheet packs, should be available on the website. So what we're going to do there then, again, is cut into the edge of this. Now I've measured this piece to fit in my card. Let me show you the card blank to see where we're going with this. So this is actually cream card from my stash, because I wanted this to be cream and gold rather than the white. So I've just taken a piece and this is what we were talking about, the gatefold earlier, cut it down to the 11.5 mark, scored at 2 7/8, flipped it round 2 7/8, and you can see there that we've got that lovely match in the centre. So what I'm actually going to do is cut this one's been cut to fit inside here. So I'm going to stick it to this piece, and I want to cut those beautiful tulips into here so that they overlay the other side of the gatefold. So that's where I'm heading with it.
Yep.
So again, we're just going to pop this onto that far right-hand side, as close to the edge as I can get it, without the die popping over the edge. And this time, I'm on the right height, so I'm not going to lose any of that design on there. So just make sure it's as straight as it can be. And then again, I'm going to pop it onto the glitter card and pop it onto that edge so that we're going to cut it away again. And then I'm going to learn my lesson and pop it through that one vertically, because we've got the addition of that glitter card coating as well this time. So I want it to go through with the least amount of cutting points hitting that roller there.
Yep.
And that's going to cut that detail out of one side, and then we can stick the other side into the side of the gatefold. So again, if you wanted to save the pieces for paper piecing, I think the glitter card looks particularly nice. Take that one through there and we should be fine on that one. So again, just flip that over, make sure, cut beautifully there, look. So again, if we take the tape off, okay.
Susie T just informed me that it's very tight in the votes.
Ooh.
2 of the demos of the day are tied
Right.
One of them only 4 votes behind. So it's an open
That's very interesting. Yep.
Now we all know who deserves to win, but who will win? That is the question, Jan. You've got good odds here, Jan. You've got good odds. 2 demos in here today.
Yeah, but that's not always the case, is it?
No,
And I don't mind. So again, I'm just going to snip into there and take away that outside edge. And then all the pieces have come out of there. We've got a little tiny bit just hiding in the top there. Just take that one out. And then what I want to do is actually secure this inside here so that this bit's going to overlay on that edge. Lovely. So again, I don't know why I felt it necessary to actually prep. Well, I do actually. I do. I'll correct myself. I remember what I did now. You have to forgive me because I've done so many different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I wanted to do was strengthen it, which is why I've prepped it earlier. Right. I thought, why have I found it necessary to just do one with a piece of tape on? But I did strengthen it. So what I've done is I've cut it a second time out of some plain cream cardstock, and I've stuck the 2 together to, again, make it a bit more substantial with this edge piece, because this is going to be free to open. You can see that it's very fragile and would easily get caught. So that's why that one's got the tape on, Jan, honestly. So again, take that red line off there. I'm just going to pop this up to the fold, not over it. Make sure that it's concealed within the card parameters, and then fold it closed. And then I've put another piece on the inside of the card here to just seal that, onto that edge as well. So that's now become part of that card front.
That is incredible. That glitter card and that tulip die are just brilliant, aren't they?
Really pretty, aren't they? I love the glitter card. I love the fact that it doesn't shed all over the place. Yeah. So again, just some simple mats and layers now. So I've used that same paper pad that I had out that I did on the lemon one. We've got that lovely matte gold card this time, and then the paper on the top. And I am very precious about my matte card. I do use it a lot, the matte mirror card. So you can see I've taken the centre out to use. Oh, that was the one that ran out, wasn't it? Let me just grab a new one off there. There we go. So I don't like wasting the dots because they have their own purpose. So I don't like using them just for, you can use them to stick things together, but I like to keep those for the die cuts. So again, that one's going to go in the back, just matted and layered to fit that space in the back there. And again, I've taken a sentiment, thank you for making me smile. All right, some nice sentiments there. So again, we've got some tape at the ready on the back of that one. And that's just going to go on the inside as a greeting sort of thing on the inside. And again, I've just matted and layered it on a piece of the gold, again, just to keep it all in the same. Okay, so that's my inside. I'm going to leave this side plain so that that gold shows beautifully against it. And then I've got another one to fit on the front here. So again, we're just going to pop that double-sided tape on here. I've added a couple of gems, no surprise.
You, gems?
Love them. These are actually from a different set, but still, yeah, I've got tons of them. They even have their own drawer, George.
Do they? That's when you get serious.
Yeah, I've got a drawer full. Yeah, one of my sliding desk drawers is absolutely full of different types and sizes of gems.
I imagine you've got a drawer for every kind of material, like a ribbon drawer.
A lace drawer. Ink drawer.
Yeah.
Anything wooden, embellishment drawer. Very predictable, aren't I? Yes, okay.
But it's good organisation.
Well, you have to be able to find things. I've spent far too long in the past thinking, where on earth did I put that? Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying my best to get on top of it. And then hopefully once I've got on top of it, I keep promising people pictures of said craft room. So, you know, hopefully in this lifetime, we might get round to that. But
I'm excited.
Trouble is like it gets to a point where it's almost tidy. And then I have another big batch of prep to do. And then it looks as if Hurricane, whoever's been through the...
absolutely.
So again, we've got just for you on the front there, and I'm just going to keep that nice and simple on the front. I didn't want to add any more embellishments than that. I want those tulips to do the speaking on that one. All right, so again, you've got the gatefold card itself with those tulips folding over the top, and then when we open both of the gates, you've got that extra sentiment inside there. Okay.
It's coming, I told you. I told
there
you.
we go. Yeah, it did.
I sneeze every show. Everyone's one sneeze. Sorry, I didn't tell you guys. What a great card that is with a tulip on that great edible collection. Right, my eyes are watering. You know, it's that good sneeze, like a really good sneeze.
Yeah.
Takes life out of you. The modern edible die 6-piece collection. Beautiful dies that you're going to love every single time. 6 incredible collections. Remember, you've got the Bonnie Bow within this. You've also got the Woodland Fairy. Woodland Fairy. Sounds like a club in Blackpool. You've got the Cascadian Butterflies. Spring Tulips. Romantic Rose. And the Japanese Anemone. Available on that price at £44.95, $58.25. You can buy them individually. You can buy them on a multi-buy, 2 for £17 or $24. Alternatively, get them on your Club Inspire price at Platinum, £35.96, $46.60. We've got a demo of the show. Demo of the day. Of course, it was number 3. This wonderful box.
The shaker box.
Yeah. Shaker.
Thank you very much, guys.
Absolutely stunning. As always, it's Jan. Would you expect anything else? I know. We've got just under 15 minutes left of the show. Every week we bring you a brand new Get It Got It Good deal. And this week's, when I show you what this week's Get It Got It Good deal is, you won't believe it. 3 paper pads for the price of 2. And 3 incredible paper pads, may I add. Starting off here with the Masquerade Ball. It is getting a good deal already. The Masquerade Ball, the Farmhouse, and the Positive Thoughts. You're getting the Positive Thoughts absolutely free. Zilch. Nada. That is yours to do. Let me show you quickly inside the paper pads. The 12 by 12, 180 GSM. There you are. Just that with the gold embossing. The Welcome to Masquerade Ball. Just some beautiful paper pads within these. It's lazy. And the dark. Keep losing them out your fingers. The pinks, the Harlequins in these. That Harlequin print is just brilliant there for you. There as well, you've also got the Farmhouse. This is just luxurious 12 by 12, over 98 sheets of paper that you're getting in here of brilliant cards and paper stock. If you are a serial paper collector like Jan and you need more, what a great little deal to top yourself on when you're getting one of the paper pads absolutely free, which is this one, the Positive Thoughts collection. £22.38 in Platinum, $26.32. This Positive Thoughts is just... they're just
There's
incredible.
been some great colourways, hasn't there, in the pads,
Yeah.
I think, this last few ones. Not that they're all nice. I've got most of them, but I just think the ones that have concentrated on a colour palette rather than a range of papers have been stunning.
Yeah,
that Masquerade Ball one. I'm not a lover of bright things. I prefer the pastel tones, but that Masquerade Ball really did get to me. I think there's some gorgeous, and the fact that there's foiling on there as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Perfect for your Masquerade, Mardi Gras, should I say.
Yeah.
That's one of those paper pads that I'd frame
Yes.
in the house.
That's all it needs. Nice sentiment in it. I like that one we used about being kind, something like that. It'd make a gorgeous piece of home decor, wouldn't it?
You've only got till Sunday to get that, guys, as well. Loads of you get in touch. Beautiful tulip card, as always, from Craft and Becky. Another great deal, which I've talked in detail about today, is the wonderful Craft storage case. Now, Jan, you've got the cheetah one there.
I have. I quite like this, actually. I've got some of the other designs in the bags at home, but I am quite liking this. I think it's got a bit of something extra about it. Can you just imagine walking into your craft class with this one? Oh, my goodness, yeah, talk about turn a few heads. But, yeah, I can't do it justice in the way that George did. Honestly, that spiel there, George, was amazing. But just to point out some of the things that I've learned from our George tonight, and he's right, you know, we've got those handles secured into the stitching of the bag, so that's going to take some weight and not actually be an issue. There's nothing worse than when you've got something that you love and then the handles start fraying and giving way. So again, We've got those little sort of cushioned elements on the top, and just looking at all the different sections in here, you know, so you've got a piece on the front, and I'm just going to get out my old ruler here. So we're looking at like nearly 11-inch pocket, I would say 10.5-inch pocket on the front there by, where are we? A good 6 inches. So you can see, you know, you've got a really nice size there. I think that would hold, and I've just popped mine back in the case there, but I think that would actually hold, yep, your Gemini Junior, I reckon, plates in there. So, you know, if you were going somewhere where you wanted to pop those along with you, yep, they're actually going to fit inside there. So again, it's something, you know, you might want to just have a nice tidy up in your craft room and have the bags there. And then, like George said, the fact that you've got those zips all the way round the edge. And I know from my own, with my suitcase does this, George, so that it lays flat. And it is worth quite a bit. It's not putting stress on it, like you said, and having that sort of to lay flat. So whatever you've got in there, you can see those contents really nicely. You know, I mean, there are so many different themes, I think. You know, obviously this has been created by a crafter with maybe craft products in mind, but so many different things that you could use in these, you know, sort of different themes that we could cover. But again, like you said, you've got that hanging mechanism, so it may be that you want to just have this in your craft room hung on the back of the door, something like that. It'd be great for embellishments and things like that. So I've got the hook on the top, reinforced again so that it's nice and secure. Pockets on the top, those 2 deep pockets in there. So we've got really, and again, just looking at the sizes on those, I was just going to say it's about 12 inches across there by a good 8.5 inches. So you can see those 8x8 paper pads would fit in there beautifully. Nice depth on it, so you've got plenty of room in there. And I love the fact that this one detaches. I really do. And I actually have pencil cases at home, George. You probably won't be surprised.
No, not surprised.
I've got a variety of them at home. And again, you know, it depends. You know, we were talking about how to... that one's not coming open at the minute. There we go. Yeah, about how you're going to store things in there. You know, so it may be that you've got some elements in the front here, and then you've got all that to stick back onto the bottom of the bag so that you've got room in there. Also, I think there's an inexhaustive list, should I say, of themes. You know, we sort of like, my mind's automatically thinking of craft items I could put in it, but just moving away from the craft, there's so many different themes that you could use this for, you know, depending on where you were at with it. I'm just thinking this would have been great for my daughter, you know, when the baby was little, and she could have had wipes in here, stash of nappies in here, this one to actually detach if she was going out anywhere with some emergency supplies in. So even just something like that, absolutely beautiful. And I think I'm leaning towards this one rather than the floral one, George. Yeah, I really do like that cheetah. Yes, I really do. I think it's great. So yeah, fantastic. And we're looking at that $29.99, $34.95. But of course, you've got that platinum price there at the bottom of the screen. And don't forget that that's the same price if you're a brand new member tonight. Pop over to the website, get yourself signed up for Club Inspire. Not only do we give you that 20% discount on your first order, we will also give you 250 bonus points to get you on your journey along Club Inspire and get you to that next level. So yeah, it's a win-win situation, I think, if it's a first order, isn't it?
Of course it is. I mean, guys, you fall in love with it. And as well, you know, so that baby door, because it's on the hanger, if it's a baby bag, you can hang it on the door so you're not putting it on the floor.
Exactly.
Because let's be honest, we are in a cleaner world, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny just wants some of them changing rooms.
If you've got sort of, you know, the bath time products in there, you could just move it from baby's room onto the back of the bathroom door. There's probably even room to fold up a little baby towel in there as well. So yeah, I think it would be absolutely awesome.
It really would. That is the cheetah one, which you are going for crazy for tonight. You've also got the floral option as well. 70% of the stock has gone on the floral. It's a great design again. And I'll just show you what we've put in here with crafting supplies and actually how much room there is. So again, look at that front pocket, you've got the rocker blocks in there. So that's just 2 rocker blocks. You could get a few dozen in there. Not a few dozen, a few more.
I say you've got quite a bit of stuff in there, but there's still plenty of room, isn't there, for other items?
Sufficient. I mean, you look at the the holster on the back there.
Yep.
You've got your dye brush, perfect, your scissors, but you've got your bone folder, but you could put another bone folder.
Well, I'm just
in.
thinking if you were going to a class that was colouring, you could maybe slot some of your colouring pens in there as well. If you didn't want to take the whole caboodle with you, just choose the colour scheme that you're working in and slot some of those pens in there as well.
Of course. I mean, you've got your adhesives in here.
Yep.
You know all your adhesives are. You've got that paper pad in there, but you've still got room in there for a good couple of paper pads and then maybe a couple of inks down there. The question is what are you going to put in yours? What are you going to store in there to make sure you're getting the most for your money? You've also got that wonderful hook on the top, which is into my hand at the minute. But again, it's all going to be reinforced. The weight's all distributed. There's no stress, no pressure on the hook. You've also got that wonderful repeat of that storage bag there. And then, like Jan said, you've got that detachable case. That's full of ink pads. Guys, the possibilities are endless. As cheesy as it sounds and as corny as that sounds, there is so much that you can pack within your craft case, within this storage floral bag. What are you going to put in yours? I know Craig, if you watched back the launch day, me and Craig did on Friday, Craig was talking very openly, and he does with his medical situation. How, and we talk about this dignity this is going to give Craig back. To just be able to have that in the back of his car, if he needs it, he can come into work.
Nobody would be any the wiser, would they?
Of course you wouldn't. And that is the main thing. Judy agrees with Jan. I love the cheetah bag, and it's very popular tonight. That is it on launch party.
I know, I can't believe.
3 hours flown by.
Just gone, hasn't it?
Indeed. Johnny, how many roses have gone? How many roses are left in the world? 50 Gemini Junior rose golds are left in the world. 50 of these. I'd get yours now in the UK. In the world! If you want one, get it tonight. Jan, thank you so much for a lovely day.
Welcome. It's always a pleasure, George.
It is. When are you back with us next?
I'm back next Wednesday with another craft along. So if you've bought into the Tower of Treats box dies, so the ones that do all the folding up and together, we're actually going to put together a craft along using one of the sets for those next Wednesday. And then I will have Creative Cravings that evening as well. So yes, looking forward to that one. That's my next project when I get home, is to get that one done and ready.
Back with me?
Yes.
Back with me?
Yeah, fantastic. Love it.
It's going to be great. And John, and Johnny, and Charlotte.
So we'll meet again, isn't it?
Guys, tomorrow, another fantastic day of crafting delights here on Crafters TV. I'll be kicking off your morning, 10 a.m. here in the UK, 5 a.m. East Coast time, 2 p.m. Pacific time. It is, of course, your wake-up call. And, of course, Craft Chat and Create with me and the wonderful Andrew's going to be here in the morning, launching that brilliant day. You've also got Masterclass as well in the afternoon with Michelle and myself with your Bell Countryside, 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m, 6 a.m. East Coast. And then I'm back, Creative Cravings, in the evening for 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. over on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time with the wonderful Lily. Lily's going to be here tomorrow. So another great day. Loads of you with things in your baskets. Check those out, guys. It is, of course, the 1st of March. It is, of course, National Craft Month. We are so excited for a brilliant day. If you're tuning into HSN, have a wonderful day watching Sarah over at HSN. We can't wait to see you. To the wonderful Charlotte in the gallery, happy birthday, my dear. We'll see you all very, very soon. Good night, everybody. Take care.